Hello, everybody. This is Casey. We're here to do spiritual chat tonight. Hope everybody had an awesome week. We'll work on the collective breathe. Is everybody ready for Christmas? We're getting 10 more days. 10 more days. What does the collective need to know for the next week? Hi, Aisel. Hi, DJ. How are you both doing tonight? You guys ready for Christmas? Hope you had an awesome week. Em! How are you? Hola, Mojo. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, collective for the week. I am doing okay. Okay, what's going on for the week? Okay, for the collective, we have the strength card. We're coming in with strength. I've been thinking about you a lot, Em. I've been thinking about you a lot, hon. And I think my oldest daughter lives over there by your house. What's happening, Mojo? Jojo? Another channel getting attacked? Yes, we need to. Yeah, I've been thinking about you a lot, hon. What's going on, Jojo? You're going to Canada for Christmas? How exciting is that? Woohoo! That's awesome. Hi, Judy. We've been missing you the last few weeks. Another tarot channel. My mod getting attacked. What the hell? Okay, what can we do to support that channel? Let us know, Jojo. What can we do to support that channel? Yeah, it's exciting to be able to travel anyway. Okay. Not much we can do about trolls. But if you let us know what channel it is, we can also contribute to those people also. Okay. Yes, Judy, we've been worried about you. Yes, we always miss you, hon. Have the creator turn off comments for a while. Yeah, that's a good idea. DJ, that's a good idea. I don't know if you can do that during the middle of a live, though, can you? There's that tarot. Okay, let me write that down. Okay, so the collective for the week for everybody, we're moving into the week with the strength card, okay? Okay, well, I'll check that out, DJ. Okay, so the strength card, to me, the strength card is making peace with the beast. Okay, the beast can be considered the shadow side. The beast can be, why am I tongue-tied tonight? Mercury, please back off a little bit tonight. It's dealing with all the negativity that comes up, okay? It's being grounded, standing in your love, your compassion, your gentleness, and these are your strengths. Okay, these are your strengths. We do not have to respond to other people. The only thing we have control in our life is how we respond to other people in other situations. So this is your strength. This is making peace with the beast, the dark side, the shadow side, anything that's coming up, and standing in your own integrity and your truth, okay? Now, the next card is the Justice card. There's a need for balance, a need for truth and clarity in the situation. It can also represent some kind of contract coming up. Highly recommend do not sign contracts during Mercury retrograde. Also, look at what house that Mercury is in your chart, and pay attention to what's going on in that aspect of your area of life there too, okay? Because that's what Mercury is going to be to dealing with at this point in time. But there's a need for truth, a need for clarity, a need for balance, a need for standing in your own integrity, your own truth, and the Justice talks about truth also, okay? Now, there's a lot of giving going on right now, but it's out of balance. There's a lack of giving and receiving. Pay attention to what's going on in your life. Where are you giving and giving and giving and not receiving anything back in return? Remember, this also energetically drains you. Okay? So pay attention to any areas of your life where this energy is leaking out, okay? But this uneven give and take has you in a defensive mode, okay? You're defensive, you're feeling like you've got a lot of things coming at you. Maybe you're feeling like you have no choice but to give in this situation, okay? But remember, you always have choice, always. And there's always more than two options. The universe has potentials out there that we'd never even think of. But the universe sees the whole picture, we don't, okay? So sometimes ask, what else is possible? What am I not seeing here? You know, what do I need to see and be in order to get out of this situation? Okay. Now, I have the Two of Pentacles. He's juggling two pentacles. Okay, that's telling me that he's busy. But behind him is the ship coming in. So that's telling me he's so busy trying to juggle what is going on in front of him, but he's waiting for that ship to come in, but the ship can't come in because he's juggling all this stuff. So either you're not open to receiving, or this other stuff is proving to be a huge distraction, okay? And the last card is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a teacher, okay? The Hierophant is a teacher. Whether it could be you going in and finding your own inner teacher, it could be a teacher coming in for you, it could be some kind of information that you need to learn that is coming on also, okay? But to me, it's going in and you finding your own inner authority also. But regardless of everything that's going on, you're feeling overwhelmed, you know, a lot of things coming at you, you're distracted. The seeds have been planted. The thing is, we need to get out of that little squirrel in the cage that's running all night long, keeping you awake and keeping your mind running. Instead of a mouse, it's a squirrel. It's going to make a lot more noise, a lot more distractions, okay? But the seeds have been planted. Things are growing. Things are happening. Things are shifting and changing, okay? Just need to give it a little bit of time. This is a long-term energy that's coming in, okay? And this has been in a process for a long time. But it looks good. It is coming in. It's just coming in slowly, okay? Hope that resonates for somebody. How is everybody? Let's get some people on to talk tonight. Let's get some people on that haven't come in and talked before. Anybody got anything they want to talk about tonight? I was listening to, I don't know if any of you have ever listened to Dr. Karen Cairns. She's out of Canada and she teaches, oh, Crystal. Hi, girl.
Hi there. Hello, everybody.
So Dr. Karen Can teaches what she calls the Topocan healing method, okay? I was listening to her and she was talking about specific energies, but she says every energy has a positive and a negative energy to it. So, yeah. So she was putting out a way to clear toxic energies in lungs. So if anybody's had any problems with lungs, we're going to do a clearing on that tonight, okay? It's to remove the toxic energies and then go in and call in the positive energies, okay? So put your intention out there to receive. We're going to remove toxic energies. So rub your hands together, okay? They'll start tingling. And then just close your eyes and let them tingle and let that energy flow to wherever it wants in the body. Don't judge it. Don't try to direct it or anything. Just let it go. Let it flow to where it's needed. Okay? Don't try to influence it. I now command any negative morphic fields, negative EMF energies, scalar energies, energetic toxins or weapons, infectious energies, to be deleted, dissolved, and uncreated in you with all speed, ease, and grace in the highest and best way. It is now commanded that the positive field energy of oxygen and oxygenation be downloaded and activated in grace in the highest and best way in all timelines where you exist. We're relevant. Thank you. Okay. So, and I've studied Chinese medicine, but she did go into anything to do with lungs is grief. Okay. So here's another clearing. Send the positive energy of oxygen 24/7, singularity speed, evolve that positive morphic field of oxygen wherever there is an ascension, upgrade, evolve, and evolution. And when you are evolving, okay? Thank you. I now command the positive morphic energy of unconditional love be downloaded and activated in all versions of you in the highest and best way in all versions of you with ease, speed, and grace. It is now commanded that positive morphic field of 100% perfectly functioning human lungs be radiantly healthy. The whole respiratory system be downloaded and activated in the highest and best way in all timelines where you exist with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay.
Did someone call in for positivity?
It's to call in healing for lungs, respiratory system, and to download unconditional love.
Oh. Lungs and love.
Well, lungs in Chinese medicine represent grief, you know.
Oh.
if you're not grieving, if you haven't dealt with grief, you're going to have lung problems. I said, I've been dealing with grief for many lifetimes, probably because I was born with lung problems, you know. So yeah.
Hey, sister, I'll be back. I'm eating some potatoes.
Hi, sister.
You are. What kind of potatoes, girl?
Steamed, red skin potatoes with broccoli.
Ooh.
Yeah, hungry. I'll be back.
Okay. I've been craving a baked potato with my alternative butter and alternative sour cream and green onion and a little bit of bacon and alternative cheese and just grubbing out.
And I'm fasting, and all I want is peanut M&Ms.
Oh no. So you're officially on vacation now. What grand and glorious adventure are you going to have the next couple weeks?
Well, tomorrow is the soup kitchen with the kids. We're making sandwiches, and I think I'm going to be playing the piano at a nursing home Christmas carols next week, and a friend of mine is going to be singing.
Cool.
Fun. We did the coats for kids today, so just a lot of community service stuff.
Yeah.
Have to give back. I have so much.
That's awesome. I love that.
Aw.
That's so great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're blessed, so we have to give back to everyone else.
Yes.
Sister, whatever happened with the donations? Did we get them something fabulous?
Yep, they're wrapping them, and I'll take pictures. They're delivering them Sunday, or doing pickup Sunday. So, I've got some pictures of the toys and stuff.
Oh, it's toys? Okay, good.
Yeah, sponsored a couple of families.
Very nice. Good.
Jenna Jayla is playing piano two tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I'm glad she's feeling good enough to do that, huh? And she said, have fun, Casey.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm off today and now until January.
I didn't know you played piano.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been playing. I was reading music before I was reading. So
Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
Is that all you play is piano? Do you sing?
I sing a little bit. I mean, I was in choir, but I really I was just thinking about what my New Year's resolution is, and there's two. I want to learn to play the harp.
Oh.
So I think that would
That'd
be
be cool.
yeah, but I don't know where do you even get a harp? And the other thing I want to learn is fencing. I was just watching Pirates of the Caribbean, and now I want to learn fencing.
Go for it.
Why not? You only live once.
You only live once. This is true. Well,
I mean,
well,
we're the wrong channel for that.
you only have this human experience once.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's one of the things we can work on toward is coming up a word for next year.
Joy.
Yeah.
Joy is my word for 2024.
Yeah. I know the last few years, some of my words have been like untamed, something like that. But right now, it's just gratitude for health.
That was your word, untamed?
Oh, yeah.
Were you wanting to be untamed, or what? Were you trying to embody that?
Yes.
Are you not tame?
To just go wild and do whatever,
Go rogue. Yeah. Well, now's a good time, Sagittarius season. You should be playing, having fun. That's what we have to do. We need more fun.
More fun.
Yes.
Definitely need more fun. My word for this year was evolve, and I definitely felt like I evolved. I think we all have.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Most definitely.
Adventure.
Yeah, well, that's Sagittarius season, right? Like adventures and
yeah,
either physically or in the mind.
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of movies, like a lot. And I'm not a movie person like Leon is, but I'm not really in a movie. I watched Titanic the other night, and now I'm watching Pirates of the Caribbean. There's something about boats with me.
If you want to take a cruise.
I was just gonna say that. I
Nice.
do want to take a cruise. I definitely need to go somewhere.
I want to get some seawater and filter it and then boil it down and make real sea salt out of it.
I have hairspray. It's not hairspray. It's called sea salt. And I put it in my hair, and it smells like you're on the beach, kind of like that. That smell for after, like you get out of the ocean, and it's like your hair is kind of salty still. It's really nice. It makes your hair kind of wavy, curly. So
How
if
cool,
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Nice. Okay.
how cool is that?
How cool is that?
I don't know if I want to smell like the ocean. I bet it smells kind of fishy.
No. It's not. It's
Okay.
like the nice smell. Like it's like sea salt. It's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels like the day at the beach.
I was setting up an email
That sounds nice.
for somebody, and I asked her for a password, and she says, Sandy Beach.
Sandy Beach.
I thought it's funny.
Isn't that a name for SpongeBob? Sandy something.
Yeah. Yeah.
The squirrel, yeah.
Sandy something. Jenna would know. Jenna, what's the name on SpongeBob? Sandy something.
Probably fresh, she said. Yeah. I'm more of a, rather than an ocean person, I'm more of a,
Lake.
a tree person. I always thought growing up it was the mountains that attracted me. But the kids and I, when they were probably 8 and 12, we got in a camper and drove up through Wyoming, up to Yellowstone, and up through Idaho, and up through Montana and Idaho, and went up to Washington, and came down the West Coast and everything. But when I hit like Oregon and Washington, it was the trees. The trees. And I think one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life is we went to what's in the park? What's the mountain over there? I can't. Denali, not Denali. There's a mountain there, and there's this, and they're the tropical forest, and they have carved out some camping areas under the canopy of the trees. I swear to God, I was seeing fairies flying around in those campgrounds. It was absolutely phenomenal. I can't even talk. Okay, Mercury. That's fine.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal sleeping under the canopy of all those trees in the rainforest.
Ooh, send the link for that place too. So how is everyone's Mercury retrograde going?
Yes. Oh, it's been definitely interesting. I've told a few people off.
I had the strangest blast from the past today.
You had what?
The strangest blast from the past.
Ah.
So a few years back, I was in this what I thought was a twin flame situation at the time. Got incredibly hurt. And this other friend in the group, he ended up going to live with as roommates, and they've been roommates this whole time. I guess he recently moved out and got a girlfriend, and she was devastated about it. She got a hold of me to get some guidance.
Oh.
I'm here, I guess.
That's funny.
Wow, that's interesting.
Right? I hope everybody heals,
Yeah.
I know.
I've had technology issues. Like my massage seats in my car wasn't working yesterday and today, but now it's working. Like I'm so spoiled. Like my massage seats aren't working for me. But I think it was just so cold the last couple mornings that but now it's working again. And then my internet kept going out. It's just weird stuff. But that's very Mercury retrograde.
Mercury, yeah.
That's very Mercury retrograde.
Definitely. Jenna says she's an ocean girl. Well, I guess I would be, rather than ocean, it would be mountains and lakes and the trees, but it was more the trees that had, because those huge pines along the west coast, and then getting in there and seeing the redwood trees and
That's got to make you feel grounded too, with all the trees. Like,
oh yeah,
I choose all of it.
exactly.
it was almost 60 degrees here today, which is crazy. And it was just like a beautiful day, and just like the universe just is just so stunningly gorgeous. Like the sunrise was beautiful. Like the clouds look gorgeous. Like the sky was like painted pink and yellows and oranges. It was just so beautiful all day. I think clouds, obviously air sign, right? But the clouds and the sky it just magical. It's just a beautiful, beautiful day. It's like, go universe.
I always watch the clouds in the sky because
Mm-hmm.
the Bible even talks about the shepherds during certain times of year would look to the sky for signs, and how many times have I seen, dragons or a hawk or an eagle or, or we saw, one time we were driving, even the kids always watched, we were seeing like, remember those, are any of you old enough to remember those little silver Christmas trees that had the kaleidoscope lights that went around them? You guys are all probably too young.
What was it?
There's silver Christmas trees. And they used to have the light that would go around and change the colors on them. Like a kaleidoscope. Yeah. Well, anyway, so we were watching the clouds and we'd see teal and hot pink and a bright butter yellow and this vibrant green and stuff. And I had never heard of a fire rainbow until I saw that. And it was just absolutely phenomenal. We're sitting on the side of the road and we're looking up at this kaleidoscope of colors forming across the clouds. And somebody stops and says, "Oh, you guys have a car problem?" I said, "No, just watching the clouds." And they just laughed at us and drove off, So that was fun. So the kids still watch the clouds, and look for signs and stuff too.
I think that's I don't know about everyone's childhood, but like I remember just being like a little kid and like just laying on the front. Like kids today, they have their cell phones and stuff, but just like laying on the, your front yard or backyard or whatever, and just looking up, watching the clouds, seeing what you see, putting stories together. It's life was so much easier back then.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Now that's crap we have to deal with.
Yeah.
But I think that's what we need to do is start playing again. Let's work on that this weekend. Let's all look at the clouds and take something.
That won't be a problem for me. I don't think I ever stop.
That's our homework this weekend. Everybody take a picture of a cloud.
Yeah. We can all compare notes. I was trying to find a picture of those trees. They were little silver trees. Most of them weren't very tall. And then they just had this little light that went around with the red, green, blue, and yellow on it. And it would change the colors on the trees, and the silver, would reflect the light. I didn't think any of you guys were old enough. That was a long time ago.
I'll be right back. I want to send you something, Casey. I want to find something.
Okay. The sound of the ocean, the vast freedom and sand in my feet so warm, the peace. I get that from even sitting next to a river, just listening to the river flow down through the rocks, That can be just as soothing as the
That
sound of.
is super soothing.
Yes, it is. We used to have in the back of the camping grounds up at Sylvan Lake in Eagle County, had where like three rivers were coming down and converging, and there's a place up there to camp back there that was just absolutely phenomenal. Get the best sleep. Oh, and anybody that's having troubles, I tried this one night now, okay, because Casey and I are night owls. Since she had her surgery, I swear to God, I've been picking up her energy. Uh, Lotus tea.
Oh
Lotus.
yeah,
I slept 8 hours last night, and it also increases intuition. So we'll see.
but it helps with the sleep for sure.
Yeah,
Nice.
my
Yeah, I've
yacht.
been looking at Blue Lotus for a long time. It's expensive though.
Oh, I know, but I thought, you know what? It's worth it to get a little sleep. I think the one
Yeah,
Amazon I got wasn't too bad. How much
I like my gummies for sleep.
funny. I had started using CBD oil on Tinky's eye, but then I only got so far, and then it backed off. So I tried some oil of oregano on it. That was a mistake. That irritated the heck out of her.
Oh, I bet it did. That
And
stuff's super, 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 super volatile.
yeah, and so I started using oil of rosemary, and that seems to be helping. But I didn't put it on one night, and she didn't have her cone on. I started using a cone on her. She woke me up at 2 a.m. crying because she'd been rubbing it, and it was so raw. It's like I got to do something. But
Oh, girl.
yeah, so I've been the last couple days I had been using oil of rosemary, and I know that won't irritate her eyes because they tell you to put it. You can even put it on your eyelashes, and it'll help your eyelashes grow and thicken. And so I didn't put anything on her last night. I let her sleep without the cone. She's getting used to the cone though, but she takes one look at me to see if I have the cone or not. But I've been putting a little bit of castor oil over the oil of rosemary, so we'll see if that helps any. She's had this for a year. The vet can't do anything because they say she'll die from the anesthesia, you know. So
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would not be good.
no. Yeah, just use lavender. Yeah. But I like the oil of rosemary because it doesn't irritate the eyes, and I know that's antiviral, anti-infection, you know, just antibacterial, all kinds of stuff. It's good for a lot of stuff. Yeah. And I did get I got the artichoke today, so I started it tonight. It says it's mostly, well, I was looking it up. It says it's mostly for liver to process fats and stuff. My T3 is high still. I got the blood test yesterday. Everything I looked up that's off right now all pertains back to thyroid. She got a scratch across her eye, and that turned into a clogged gland in her eyelid. Yeah. I tried 20 drops tonight to see. Yeah, the T3 is still high. And it's like, it's just, and it's only been about 6 months now that the thyroid's been, the TSH and the T4 are fine. It's only the T3. Oops, we lost Crystal too. I didn't taste it. I didn't taste anything, but I tried 20. I did try 20 drops. So we'll see. But all of a sudden, I have never had high triglycerides at all. All of a sudden, my triglycerides are up too, but that might be because I ate a little bit of sugar before I had the blood test too. Okay. Well, I could tell you right now, my iron, my ferritin's high. My T3 is high. All the stuff related to B12 is still off. MCV, MCHC, they're high and low. Platelets are just below normal. My creatine is 1.52. EGER is low. Bilirubin's high. Triglycerides is high. It's like, what the hell? It's never been high. My HDL cholesterol all of a sudden is low. It's never been low. Hemoglobin A1C is high by 1 point. And I didn't know what the sedimentation rate was. I didn't know what it was, but it's normal. That's inflammation rate. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I ran out of milk this, so I'm waiting for it to come in. Let me see. Yeah, it's crazy. Everything that wasn't happening before is happening now. It's just weird. You haven't taken your supplements today? You got to remember that. It was, I think it was not fasted because so I spent 3 days not taking the kombucha and went downhill fast. I went down like a slipping on ice. Oh, that was crazy. And most importantly are the ones I haven't heard. I'm trying to see if I can get it up on my phone. Okay. Come on, where are you? There we go. You. If adding bacteria works, add more. Okay, white blood cell count is 4.7. What do you need? What do you need to know? The T3 and T4 platelets, lymphs, monocytes, EOS, Bezos, lymphs. Lymphs are a little bit low. Lymphs absolute. Bifido and lacto, yeah. My vitamin D is 82. Oh, these are more. Okay, they came back with more tests. My magnesium is high. Okay, so this is the second half of the urine test. I mean the blood test. Bezos. Okay. So I need to look at the day before. Let me go back one. Where'd you go? If I don't take magnesium, then I have lots of problems. There it is. Ferritin's high. T3's 5.4 and the high normal is 4.4. Okay, T4 is 1.26. TSH is 3.06. So it's only the T3 that's out of balance. A prokinetic? What's a prokinetic, hon? Yeah, because I usually iodide. Yeah. Yeah, because I quit taking it because I tried some of the stuff from the doctor. I will start taking the iodide again. Because my red blood cells, because of the B4 deficiency, are oversized and misshaped. And I'm sure that's from all the stuff in the stomach. Looking for a Mimi that had the rings of a tree. Oh, I know. Trees are so phenomenal. And I love how they support each other and they communicate with each other, you know. Yeah. Before, yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, because of the MTHFR gene that I have, we were reading that you have to take specific B vitamins, a certain kind of B vitamins. But I asked him, I said, can you check these, you know? So, but when I start looking everything up, it all goes back to thyroid. All the symptoms and stuff that I'm having, everything. The yeah, the liver's still off a little bit. Yeah. This is when you talk about new blood, the blood tests just came in yesterday. The blood test just came in yesterday. What's OFC, hun? Okay. Message me, hun, when you have time. Okay. Thank you, Jenna, for all your help. Of course. Oh, okay. I just love how the universe just works with everybody and everything. You know, it just works so well together. You know, the Native Americans have been telling for centuries. They've been talking about how the trees communicate and the animals, and I love watching some of these videos. There's like a concrete tunnel that goes under a highway. This little coyote walks up to the tunnel, turns around. He walks in a little bit, turns around, comes back, and waits for a badger. And the badger and the coyote walk under that highway together, you know? Yeah. I have the iodide. I just need to pull it out. I didn't want to be doing too much at once, okay? So, you know, and then they show nighttime videos. There might be a wolf or a coyote or something walking around with a bird on its back. You know, there's a man that's probably close to 90 in Europe that says he was raised by the animals in the forest. He doesn't associate with people. He's very quiet. He's reserved. He says he knows how to talk snake and squirrel and skunk and bear and everything. And he says there's a whole live system going on, you know, in the forests. And I believe it. The Native Americans talked about all that. The Native Americans, everything they have always talked about also fits into quantum physics. All of it. It's amazing. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about tonight? I thought we had an awesome talk last week. Awesome talk. And I did have some ideas for things. Is anybody started on their peace shields?
Yeah, I sent mine to you. What'd you guys talk about last week?
A little bit of everything, girl. But it was an awesome talk.
Nice.
We covered a lot of territory and a lot of things. Yeah. It was a good talk. And everybody was contributing. You don't remember, girl, you go to bed early. Of course you don't remember last week. You go to bed early. Jack popped in earlier, said he was going to go eat dinner. He'd be back in half an hour, so he should be popping back in anytime. Yeah. Yeah, you go to bed and then you're up at 2 a.m. Were you on here, Casey? I said, well, I told you about the Lotus tea, but I drank the Lotus. I drank some Lotus tea last night, and I actually slept 8 hours. I need to let my oldest daughter know because a bunch of people have recommended about 20 different things for her to use. She went out and bought them all and took them all at once and still didn't sleep. I said, oh. I told her, do one thing at a time. You might be overloading your body, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that Blue Lotus can give you visions and dreams too.
Well, I don't know about visions, but I definitely... I know part of the time I was laying there in that void, but it was still a restful void, you know?
Yeah.
And that's I think that's what's most important. Let me see, Lotus. Let me look at my orders. How much was it?
Did you get the tincture or you get the flower?
I got the flower.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than the oil and the tincture.
Yeah.
I want some of the oil. It's like $80.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it's concentrate, so.
Well, it says
Yeah.
you put 1 ounce in the water. I don't know. There's one for $25. I think maybe that's what I got. But here's another one. Oh, that's a half a pound. This one was. Wow, $25 an ounce. This other one is Lotus. Oh, Lotus green tea, $2.12 an ounce. Yeah, I think this is more than an ounce. Here's some Infini Vita Flowers tea. That's a whole mix. Ceremonial dried flowers. All kinds of stuff. But yeah, I just thought I'd try it. And it did help. It did help. Yeah.
That's definitely good. Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
You wake after 5 hours? Sometimes I do too. Casey and I have turned into quite the night owls. But I think magnesium. Magnesium, Casey.
Magnesium citrate, to be exact.
Yeah. Natural.
Glycinate's good for mood and sleep. Magnesium is really good for sleep, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably why my magnesium's high, because I take the magnesium citrate, but it's not for constipation, it's relaxing. It's also relaxing.
Well, yeah, it can still work for you in that form. It's just not as absorbable as glycinate. The citrate is, yeah, it's supposed to make you shit.
Yeah,
That's what they.
the natural calm doesn't do that to me, has never had. Artichoke. Oh, thanks for the warning. But you recommended the artichoke to help rebuild the stomach acid. That's the main thing I'm worried about. Artichoke and ginger. The ginger doesn't seem to be helping, but I didn't do the kombucha for 3 days and crashed bad.
Apple juice is good for constipation. Let's see what else. Eating more fiber, and then like a stool softener, like pericolase.
Yeah.
What else? Prunes, plums. Lots of citrus, lots and lots of orange. It'll burn though.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when Brandon was little, one time we were down in Texas and they were giving him oranges a couple times a day. Man, he had such a bad diaper rash. He cried for 3 days.
Oh yeah, it'll burn you.
I'm not doing any omegas right now. No omegas. And that's what I was asking you the other day. Which ones did I need to start with on the bees so I could go ahead and order those? What do I need to start fixing on the thyroid first? What are the first things I need to take? And you had told me, and I can't find my list. I had made all kinds of notes, and I can't find them.
Probably iodine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because there's some bitters that you can get from Europe that are really good. Omegas will make you go to. That's what I'm taking is the iodide. It's called Lugel's solution. It's iodide. Yeah. Bitters. Yeah, bitters have been taken for centuries in Europe and around the world and stuff because we want to taste the artichoke. I didn't taste the artichoke. I put it in, and I didn't put it in that much water. So I need to take more. Have questions ready. Yeah. Oh, I always have questions. I tried to tell somebody I did an Akashic record reading for him years ago. I told him this is not like a psychic reading. You have to ask questions. I said, come with at least 100 questions. The only question she came with is karma going to bite my ex in the ass? And I said, and it's funny because then I understood why I was getting examples of what karma was all week. The universe was giving me lessons in what karma was all week because she was going to ask us one question. It's like getting the answers for the quiz before the quiz, you know? The universe is so awesome. So awesome. I just, I cried for 3 weeks because you guys were starting to get in gifts from asking for a gift from the universe. And some of the stuff that came through, it just absolutely blew me away. Now, a couple people have any of you received the gift that you asked specifically for? Have any of you asked for the gift that you wanted specifically? Latrice? Oh, I missed that. Latrice. Oh, hi, Latrice. Welcome. Welcome, hon. Her birthday is 11/11. Woohoo. And JoJo's back. JoJo, I was telling Casey that we had awesome conversation, and Casey and Cece, that we had awesome conversations last week. And Latrice, you're welcome to come in and talk to us. We were talking about constipation ideas. Yeah. If you could, I like natural calm because it doesn't get excessive. Magnesium, fiber, apple juice, prunes, yeah. You ladies could come in and talk, And gentlemen. Natural calm is what I use. And it's cheaper on Amazon than it is through some of the health food stores. It's full of oxide. Yeah. Casey's back.
Hello.
It's full of filler. I don't recommend. Well, I have to say I haven't had any problems with natural calm. You can get it with the vitamin D in it. You can get it with magnesium in it also, but it's always worked good for me over the years.
What is this?
Natural calm.
What is that for? Sleeping?
It's magnesium citrate. It's good
Okay.
for, it calms you down. It helps you sleep. It helps with constipation. It doesn't give you the diarrhea unless you take a super high dose. Okay,
Oh, really? What is it? A powder or a pill or
it's it's
liquid?
it's a powder.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you don't have to order a pack. You can order in a bottle of the Jamaican black castor oil,
Are you
and
allowed to drink castor oil?
you can drink it, but
Didn't you
if
put
you
in your
put
belly?
it in, yeah, you can put it in your belly button. You can make your own castor oil packs. You get some flannel, cotton, 100% cotton, and you put the castor oil on um, on the cotton, and you can reuse that because castor oil does not absorb the toxins. You can use that over and over and over again. Okay, what I started doing was putting the flannel with the castor oil on it, putting some saran wrap over that, and then putting the heating pad on it for about 45 minutes, and it helps.
Oh my goodness. Jenna, what is bitters?
Digestive bitters?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's for constipation?
Yeah. There's a European one that I used to use all the time. Oh, Nature Works Swedish bitters. So they're digestive juices, natural herbs for digestion, bloating, um, to balance hormones. Yeah,
Oh, I need some of that.
yeah, don't we all? But the one I know of about is the Nature Works Swedish bitters, and it says it's $12.99 on iHerb. There's all kinds of them out there, but I know that one works. What do digestive bitters do? They act on bitter receptors and parts of the digestive system that make your body release gut hormones that make you feel full. Helps you make more saliva. Your saliva has enzymes that help you start to break down your food. Bitters can help you make more saliva, which can help with digestion.
And Jenna, when you say it cleans you out, like, is it like subtle or is it like avalanche?
It's supple.
Hey, Jack.
It's wormwood, horseradish, watercress, angelica root, peppermint and ginger ease gas, stomach cramping, and nausea. They're also used to relieve irritable bowel syndrome. Those are digestive bitters. Um, they stimulate your bitter taste buds, signal different activities in your digestion to start, like making saliva. Bitter melon is used traditionally in India, Asia, and South America as a natural remedy for diabetes. It helps lower blood glucose levels. Hmm.
If you can post a link for those.
Eases appetite. You take in less calories. Releases gastric juice to help break down foods. Yeah.
Jenna, Latrice and I, like, we fast a lot, but don't eat for like days.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's been having trouble having a movement, put it lately. So I've been taking MCT oil. That's helped.
Yeah.
And she's tried a vitamin C flush, but it made her really sick, like puke sick.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what happens with me. There's Mojo. Sorry, Mojo. Um, they keep giving me stuff to reduce acid in my stomach, and I keep telling them, why am I taking this? Because I don't have any acid in my stomach. Because when it all comes up, there's no acid, you know? Yeah, angelica root is not good for men. Yeah.
Why do artichokes? Everyone keeps saying artichokes.
Artichokes are, because she recommended I get some artichoke. It's good for help breaking, what I was reading on it too. It helps break down the fats in the liver.
Okay.
And right now they're saying I have fatty liver because of thyroid. Everything I have going on
Ties
has
back to thyroid. Yeah.
yeah, and it's driving me nuts. Yeah.
Lemon water will really help with that. When I had my surgery, that was part of the problem, was 2 cysts that were caused by fatty deposits in my liver. And so, I quit drinking altogether, but I started drinking lemon water every day with no sodas or anything like that, just lemon water. And that really helped.
Yeah.
Because it cleaned you out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you should always eat celery, lots and lots of celery, because celery is the toothbrush of the colon. Therefore, the toothbrush of the body.
Well, but celery does so much more than that. But the problem with me, because my kidneys have started kicking up a fuss, I can't do the celery. It irritates the heck out of me because I was doing celery every day. And then all of
Why
a sudden,
can't you have celery?
because it has high salts in it.
Why don't you juice it?
That's even with juicing. That's what I was doing, was juicing it. And it still has high salts in it. And it causes me to swell up like a balloon. Because I used to have everybody trying the celery, juice.
So celery is the
Celery,
brush of the colon. Is that Jojo?
It's good for a lot of stuff.
yeah, celery is really, really good for you. It actually, if you're not juicing it and just eating it, it actually burns more calories than you take in, because just a simple act of chewing burns more calories than you actually get from celery. So there's not a lot of calories in it, but it's really good for you. There are really good chemicals in it that will take away, what do they call them? Free. Oh, good God. They get rid of a lot of bad stuff in your body, and they help cleanse you out. And it's just, I eat it every single day.
So prokinetic help to amplify and coordinate the gastrointestinal muscular contractions to facilitate the transit of the contents of your digestive tract. But the problem is, I'm not having problems. Okay, here it is. Oh, how to use prokinetics and SIBO. That's what I need, because they think that I have SIBO, small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, because I don't have enough stomach acid to kill off the bad bacteria and yeast and everything. So there's overgrowth in the small intestines.
I know it's good for everyone to be scientific and everyone to look these kind of things up. There's different facts about different foods you can eat and what you can eat and what you can't eat.
Yeah.
And all the people that came up with everything that you're reading, I wonder if any single one of them has ever had a Taco Bell Mexican pizza, because those are delicious.
Not even kidding. We're talking about Taco Bell with someone.
I've never had one because I'm gluten free,
Yeah, at some point there's got to be that balance of, okay, this is good for me, this is good for me, this is good for me. Oh, look, a bacon double cheeseburger made the home style way.
That's good for you without the bread. And even they don't know, like milk. Is milk good for you or bad for you?
Well, there are different theories on that. That's good for you when you're little, and then when you grow up, you should apparently not drink it anymore. It's bad for men. Are supposed to. You can have a little of it, but you're not supposed to have a lot. I know for men, it'd be unhealthy to have, soy is really bad. Flax is not good for men.
Milk.
So I always go with almond milk myself.
So
And I eat a couple of almonds a day, protein shakes, then juicing vegetables, then a salad in the evenings with some kind of protein. I usually have one simple sweet dessert, whatever. And then on the weekends, I can have, one or two meals where I can just get whatever I want.
if you serve homogenized milk to a calf, it will die. Because when they homogenize it, they kill all the nutrients in it.
I don't know. Steaks are really good. But I don't drink that much milk. I try not to anyway. If I do drink milk, I try to drink vitamin D milk. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I use almond milk. Much, much better for you. But I know men are supposed to stay away from soy, so soy milk isn't going to work.
So Jenna,
And-
be aware that anybody that has any kind of heart problems or high blood pressure cannot use licorice root.
Jojo, hi.
What up, Bobo? How are you doing?
I'm good.
I was just wondering about the nutritional facts of Jägermeister. I mean,
I
it
was
was
telling you
made.
to say hello to my friend Latrice. She just joined. She's new here, so her
Oh,
birthday is 11/11. Her name is Latrice. And
hi, Latrice. How are you doing?
she's
Let me go ahead and apologize in advance. I'm JoJo. But welcome.
Yeah. But if you read the medical medium books, he's got a lot of information and he talks about the celery cleanse. It made a huge difference in a lot of my health for a long time.
When I first started juicing, that's what I did. I went for a full week without having any solid food. I just juiced all the time. Now I could juice and drink as much juice as I wanted, but nothing, no kind of solid food ever. I did that for, I think it was 10 days, and
Yeah.
then I scaled back from there to I have it with my protein shake in the morning or whatever. If I eat breakfast or a protein shake, either one, and then I have it for lunch, and it really works. I mean, I felt a lot more energy. I mean, I was I dropped 15 pounds. Of course, we just got done with Thanksgiving and the pies, so I put a few of those pounds back on. Don't judge me. That apple pie is good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really does help, and there's some great recipes. I know that book that I mentioned last week, by Anthony William, that has some powerful, powerful recipes in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anthony is the medical medium. Yeah.
reading for my friend Latrice. Would you mind pulling a card or two for her?
No, not at all. I brought cards down where I'm sitting just to read for folks.
Aw, you're the best.
I'll be glad to.
Okay. You can click on this link that I'm putting up right now and come in live and you can ask him questions. And I'll pull a couple too.
Yeah, bring it on. Latrice, I hope you have a good sense of humor.
She's awesome. We talk about poop all day.
Oh, you're funny.
She's a nurse.
Oh, well, okay. Then Latrice should have no problem with me.
Yeah.
They haven't checked my zinc, but I do take zinc every day.
Yeah, see, fasting, I tried fasting. And I can go for maybe 10, 12 hours, whatever, but I'm not going, these people that don't want to eat anything for 18 hours, 24 hours, whatever, I got to have something. Even if it's just juicing.
3 days. The longest I've gone was, I think, 5 or 6 days dry fasting. No food, no water.
No food, no water.
Yeah, dry fast.
See, that just, I mean, don't get me wrong. At one point in time, mankind had to live that way.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I did really well with juicing because I did that for 10 days straight. But I don't, and I can go for a good bit of the day. Like I could probably go for a full day if I add in the 8 hours sleep in that time as well. But having absolutely nothing after that, I'm gonna see somebody else and see their arm and think, well, you don't need your left arm. We could cut that off and cook it. Imagine if you marinated it just right; it'd be delicious.
What is that, Casey?
The only copper that I take is the water that sits in the copper cup.
Right, I've got copper cups as well.
Yeah, that's the only copper that I use, Jen.
What is this copper water? What is it?
No, it's just a copper cup. The vessel, when you get water, it's you need to put it in a vessel that in certain spiritual senses and in medical fields, you want to have water that's stored in copper and stored in a quote unquote sacred vessel. But when you put it in copper, it does something to the water, and it actually makes it a lot better for you.
It kills bacteria and viruses. Okay. Yeah. And they used to use if you go back and look at the Middle Ages, they had a lot of copper bowls and copper cups and stuff because they knew that if they kept the water in the copper, that it was safer. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've got 2 big copper mugs that I use when I drink water. Of course, I say that, and right now I'm sitting here drinking water out of a environmentally unfriendly plastic bottle. So, I try to do good things. Just if this is the worst I get tonight, then hey, judge me. Go ahead.
Well, it's funny because I used to do things like, to save in the environment. I've always used regular towels rather than paper towels because that's more stuff in the dumps. I don't use bottled water unless I absolutely have to because that's more stuff in the dumps. I used to cut up my towels into pieces to use for dishcloths for the kitchen, but I don't have any old towels anymore, so I had to break down and buy some new dishcloths. And I thought, well, this is a shift in energy, isn't it? Because I don't have to recycle any of that old stuff. But I've noticed some little shifts on few little things and belief systems and stuff that have brought in some new experiences rather than recycling the old stuff.
Right. Well, and that's why I use sports drink bottles. Sports drink bottles are made they're made a little bit thicker and tougher, and they don't leak out the same amount of poly whatever they are. So if I go work out or something, I usually have one of these afterwards, and I always get the 0 sugar kind. They're probably not the best for you, but it's enough to replace your electrolytes, and then I'll reuse these to keep water in or travel with it in, because my copper mugs are nice, but they're not good for traveling around.
Yeah, so I have a Prima water machine. I have 3 and 5 gallon BPA free jugs. So I go get the what is that water called? The kind that goes through and takes out all the junk out of it. And you have to go back and add minerals afterwards. I can't think of what it's called right now. Thank you, Mercury. So I just put some trace minerals in it, and because the water here in this town gives me migraines, bad migraines, and so that's the water I drink. And then if I go somewhere, I have, the BPA free water bottles, and I fill them off of these. So.
Well, you just need to make sure that you're filtering it. I've got a pretty advanced filter on my refrigerator. So all the water that I drink comes from it, but it runs through a pretty sophisticated filter system there. And then I've got filter systems on my shower heads as well to keep from washing in that stuff. Because, I mean,
what do they call
I don't
it?
know how much it's going to help now because I'm from Gen X and I grew up, drinking water out of a garden hose with covered in dirt,
The water they have in Denver doesn't give me migraines, and it doesn't have all the crap in it. Because these are wells that they're pulling the water out of. They're throwing in extra stuff, and I'm sure they're throwing in extra like chlorine and stuff too.
Yeah, back in the day when I was a kid, I know the water companies here were doing a lot to filter the water, and they stopped because of cost. They let people know, okay, we're going to stop filtering the water, and they've added certain chemicals. They've added fluorine and other different stuff, and they tell people, look, if you're gonna use this water, you need to run it through some kind of home filtration system. And that seems great to somebody that's on the board of, the
I use
water council in the town, but they've got plenty of money to install some little filter. They're not, out in the general public. They've got their nice homes and their lawyers and their BMWs, and they just don't see the problems of the common people to say, oh, well, just, let them use a filter. Tell that to somebody who's on the streets or homeless.
I use reverse osmosis water, and then you have to go in and add the minerals. It takes everything out, and then you got to put it all back in.
I don't know. I have plenty of water to do my little finger exercises.
There's no laws stating that you have to put the fluoride in the water. It's they believe that there's laws, but in most places there are no laws saying you have to put the fluoride in, and it's just something from World War II that the Germans used to control the masses.
Yeah. I don't know. The fluoride in your system, you need fluoride in your body, but you don't need it quite in the quantities that they have. But that's why, I replace the filter on my fridge. I think it's every 2 months. And, it goes in and it's pure white. When it comes out, it's kind of it's a reddish, darker colored. Because, where I live, there's a lot of iron ore. And so there's a lot I basically live on a mountain made of iron and quartz. But if y'all need any quartz, hey, come see me. There's tons of it here. Clear quartz, white quartz, rose quartz, amethyst.
Hi, newbie.
It's everywhere.
Okay.
Newbie me, how are you doing? So I'm going to read for Latrice.
Yeah, I got some cards pulled up for her now. So, Have you been doing a lot of soul searching, hon? Have you retreated a little bit and going within and learning to know a little more about who you are at this point in time? Okay, does this make sense, hon? Because I show the Hermit card. The Hermit card is going within, knowing yourself. And that's one of the things we've been talking about here most of the year. It's time for people to sit down and know, who am I? What are your triggers, your fears, your hopes, your dreams? What kind of self-talk do you give to yourself? Okay, it's set and nothing external. The first thing you ask people, tell me something about you. They all say in some type of form, I'm grateful for the ability to go out and help people and heal people. Okay. And you being a nurse, that's going to be a priority on you, okay? Just remember, you have to take care of yourself first so that you can extend out your love and your healing energy to other people, okay? But I think that you're doing some soul searching. I think you're looking at changing some things into your life, asking yourself some deep questions at this point, and then maybe take little tentative steps to, to step out there and see if some of the changes are working for you or not, okay? But you have a tendency to get stuck in your head, okay? Uh, so the Eight of Swords talks about you are surrounded by all these thoughts, you're overthinking things, okay? She's got a blindfold on her eyes, her hands are tied together, but she's on her knees, but she can stand up at any point in time, okay? Her hands are not tied down. She can reach up and take that blindfold off at any time. Let me show you the card, okay? Okay, she can take that blindfold off at any time, and then she could cut the ropes off on the swords. So all things that are going through your head are your own creations, your own reality, your own fears, your own illusions, the programs and stuff that you've been taught all your life about the way things should be. And hon, if you get a chance, ask Casey about the bubble technique. I do have a video in my classes, but it's a way to go in and clear some of those fears, those illusions. It's time for everybody to get away from everybody else's points of view, belief systems, find out what your truth is. So that's what you're doing with the Hermit. You're trying to find your own truth. Everybody's truth is different based on what they have gone through in their life. You know, everybody's right, nobody's wrong, because everybody's got their own personal truth. And a lot of times we are taught somebody else's truth. Now it's time to clear that away to find out who we are, okay? I do show, get out of this thinking process, get out of this stuck mode. This is all a self-made prison at this point in time, okay? But the Four of Cups telling me you've got some fears, okay, of letting go of some things. Is this right? Is this wrong? Start clearing some of the energy with the bubble technique, or find something that works for you to help clear all those belief systems out, so you can clear all that stuff, so you can find out who you are. What is your truth? Now, you do have a tendency to overthink things. Your mind has a tendency to run and run and run and run and run and run until you're exhausted from your own thoughts, okay? But I do think that I want you to pay attention to what's going on around you. Sometimes you have to step back and you have to be the wallflower and observe some of the things that are going on around you. And sitting back and doing that sometimes gives you a whole different perspective of something by detaching from it, detaching from that energy, okay? But I have the Judgment card is saying, be aware of something. Something that you thought was over and done with is not over and done with. It's something that you're going to have to look at, something you're going to have to be aware of, okay? But it also can talk about something or someone coming back from the past, something that you need to deal with, because the universe is offering you something, but you're looking at it, you may be ignoring it. Ask the universe some questions. What else is possible here? What do I need to be aware of? What other alternatives are there here? Because a lot of times when we get stuck in that belief system, I was telling somebody I had I think it was Casey. I was telling her I had a matrix shift, a matrix glitch or something, to where I had this belief system and all of a sudden something tweaked, something switched in the matrix and showed me a different alternative, okay? Because we are taught that certain things are only supposed to go a certain way. This is right and this is wrong. This is how you do it. But there are other possibilities out there. The universe sees the whole picture. We don't. So sometimes, yeah. Laughing at the retrograde Gatorade. Oh, and I'm tongue-tied tonight too. So, but it's pay attention to what's going on around you. You may have some things coming up from the past that you need to deal with. The thing is, don't push it away. Deal with it. Sit down and try to still the mind and ask, what am I learning from this situation? Or what should I have learned from this situation? Because everything that pops up everything we go through in our life is a learning, teaching lesson for us, okay? We just have to sometimes, just learn from it, understand that it's teaching us something, okay? Now, if you look at numerology, numerology is 1 through 9, and 9 is a completion. So the 9 of Swords is coming out of illusions and fears and nightmares and going through all kinds of trauma and drama and coming out a much wiser person on the other side, okay? So I have a 10 of Swords here. This man is okay, these swords are coming down. They're not touching him, okay? You have learned some lessons. You are looking, you are walking away from carrying this is walking away from the trauma, the drama, the backstabbing, everything. You're starting to see more with clarity the things that are you're starting to find more of your truth, okay? So this is a 10. A 9 is a completion. A 10 is moving from that completion into an Ace of Swords, okay? That means
you get the same cards I got.
Yeah. So you're going to be moving into a new energy, a new beginning, new thought process. So this is new ways of seeing things, okay? Could be new job, it could be new spirituality, because swords to me are higher mind, which includes spirituality. It's not just thoughts, But right now, hon, focus on self-love. I want you to take the time to write down something that you love about yourself every day. You need to know thyself. You need to love and appreciate yourself. And don't start with I am grateful that I have the ability to help other people. No, I am grateful because I am a loving, caring, nurturing person. I love myself because I recognize my needs. I love myself because I am learning to love myself,
I'm grateful for double bacon cheeseburgers and chocolate.
But you're doing all the soul searching. You're learning who you are. You need to learn to love yourself also, hon. Okay? So this looks good to me. What you got, JoJo?
Yeah, you dealt with an asshole. I start out with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is not always a player card, but with this, it's a player. It could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be a Capricorn. You go from the Knight of Wands to the Devil to the 5 of Pentacles. Something happened and it hurt, and you dealt with somebody that was just toxic, whether they had addictions or they were mean or they were cruel. This could have been somebody at your work. It could have been somebody in your love life. I don't know. But you dealt with something that was rough. The other way that I can read this is that you had addictions or things that were going on, and you found yourself left out in the cold by your own means. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you dealt with somebody who was just not good. The Knight of Wands can be very tempting. So can the Devil. The Devil is all about temptation, and it speaks to someone's shadow side. But with that 5 of Pentacles there, you were feeling left out in the cold. You were feeling really hurt. And you got the truth about something. When you felt left out in the cold, you go to the Ace of Swords. You got the truth of the matter. Either that or you saw the truth. And this Ace of Swords, you see get the card right. You see the woman with the little staircase and the ray of light coming out. Either you found out the truth or you figured out the truth about something. And you got cold. Next card is the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody that's very intelligent, highly analytical, makes head over heart decisions. And the Queen can be nurturing and caring, but the Queen of Swords earned her crown by removing the sword from her own back. And that's the weapon that she carries, as a weapon of memory. And a Queen of Swords can be quite cutting. My phrase for the Queen and the King of Swords is they can cut your soul in half with just a couple of sentences. This represents Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and it's somebody that has strong boundaries up and can be quite hostile, even in the upright position. Only when they have to be, but you found something out that made you just angry. And, you know, from there, you go to the Temperance card of Sagittarius. You were, well, I believe it said you had Sag in your chart. This is where you found your power. This is where you stood up for yourself. And unfortunately, doing that took a little time. It takes time to recover from wounds, especially heartache and things like that. It really takes time to process those emotions and go through it. So you had something in divine timing. You did stand up for yourself, and you just had to wait, process the emotions, go through whatever it was to really stand into your power. The next card is the Magician. That's Gemini, Virgo energy. This is somebody who has all the tools they need to manifest anything that they want, but they just have to figure out what they want. And you were manifesting your own future. You've taken a serious look at it by standing in your power. And with the Seven of Pentacles as the next card out, Seven of Pentacles is looking at your long-term future. The guy in this card is trying to figure out how to change the conditions around that plant so that it will grow more pentacles. So you're trying to energetically change yourself, which is great. I mean, it's learning yourself. It's figuring out, okay, I went through that. Now I'm trying to shift energy so that I don't attract that same kind of bullshit in again. And by doing this, you're looking with the Two of Wands there, you're looking at your future and trying to decide what it is that you want to do. This person is looking out the window. This person is got the little brochures and the globe there. You might be thinking about taking a trip. You might be thinking about going on a vacation or a retreat or moving location somewhere, moving away from something. And the Two of Wands is deciding what ships you want to come in. The Eight of Wands is waiting for those ships to come in. The very next card after that is the Eight of Wands. This is communicating it. This is taking the action. And so that's what you're doing. And just as Miss Casey said, when we go to the overall energy, somebody is going to try to pop back up. You've got the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups right together. Somebody from your past is going to try to pop back up, and this is a situation that you've already moved on from. The first card out was in that section was the Six of Swords. So you've already moved on to calmer waters. You've taken the action. You are taking the steps right now towards a better future, and probably still feeling the hurt or whatever a little bit. It probably still bothers you a bit, and you're just trying to figure out what direction to go and what it is that you want to do in the future. So you're moving ahead, you're taking actions, you are moving on to calmer waters, and here comes Tweedledee, Captain Jackass again, whoever that person was. They are going to be bringing in some kind of apology, some kind of sweet nothing, slide up in your DMs, hey, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. But it's a page. Pages are about messages. The situation could involve children, but I'm not sure. In this particular page of cups, right up in the corner, I don't know if it'll show it there, there's a little pig with wings on it. And I think you need to stick to that philosophy of that, whatever this is. I would say you need to, be kind, understand, listen to what people have to say, forgive them if they need to be forgiven, but don't let them back in, because that right there gives me this is not no, this is, oh hell no, no. This is no, with it's saying it with almost glee that you've gotten over it. Just a nope, no. And so then from there, you go from the 2 of Wands you had before to the 3 of Wands, waiting on your ships to come in, because you're manifesting something with the Magician card there. You're working on something new, doing something, taking new action, whether it's moving or some kind of advancement in your career, maybe some kind of continuing education that elevates your nursing career, or going somewhere else. Perhaps there's something that's coming in that's new, and it's all because you're manifesting your health, your betterment, your life's betterment, and your own empowerment. And you had to get strong to do it too. But your ships will be coming in, and you're going to be looking at all of your options, your choices. Sorry, I'm on my phone here, so I don't know where the camera is. With the 7 of Cups there, you're looking at all of your different options, trying to figure out exactly what it is that you want. And with Tweedledee coming back from the past, you get the 9 of Wands. This is somebody having strong boundaries. That's where I get it's not just a no, it's a, oh hell no, no. And I get the feeling that that's exactly what you're saying about it. So I clarified all that other deck, my Deviant Moon deck. And I got the 6 of Swords again. Moving on to calmer waters, you've got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is like a genuine love offer, in some cases a brand new love, but in this case there's only one cup there. That's your cup. You need to make sure that you are filling up your cup first, and when you are good to go all by yourself, when that cup overflows, then you can give your cup of love to someone else. But in this particular Ace of Cups, it is a singular cup, and it is not overflowing yet. So you're getting there. You're going to get there. You go from the 6 of Swords to the Ace of Cups to the Sun and the Queen of Wands. So you're going out. You're going to get happy with the Ace of Cups. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. And so you're going to be looking good, feeling good, smelling good, because the very next card out is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. This is somebody who gets the attention of several different suitors. And I often tell people that the Queen of Wands is that lady that is intelligent, charismatic, bold, and she's got 2 legs that go all the way up from the ground and make a damn ass out of themselves. I'm talking about damn. Damn, said with 2 syllables. Thank you. This is somebody that has got it going on. This is somebody that pours into themselves, looks good, feels good, smells good, has money in the bank, is charming, witty, ambitious, charismatic, all the things. And then you, underneath the deck of that, you've got the Chariot and the Magician, which is forward movement, winning, travels, and you're still in your manifestation mode with the Magician card again. Your read has, and the Star card is under that, which is healing and wish fulfillment. Your read has an absolute avalanche of major arcana in it. You got the Devil, you got the Magician twice, the Star, the Chariot. Those are biggies. So, and Temperance. This is whatever this was, it was a big deal. Whatever it is that's coming back, I get the feeling that whoever it is that's coming back to offer whatever this little hey baby, I miss you. I'm gonna, let's go out to eat. Let's do this. With the Queen of Swords there, you just need to be mindful, make sure you're paying attention to your energy and yourself. How does it make you feel? Things like that, and really pay attention to your life. Is this going to serve you? Because that, with the Nine of Wands there and the Queen of Swords mixed in together, again, that is the, I mean, again, it's not a no. That's a Mississippi. Oh hell no! And you need to really look at your options, recognize how you feel, and pour into yourself. Because the more you fill your cup of love, the more you take care of yourself. Proper nutrition, exercise. Make sure you're emotionally good. Watch a romantic comedy. Watch a comedian. Make sure you're laughing. Make sure you're enjoying yourself. Go see the Chippendales dancers somewhere. Go have fun and take care of yourself emotionally too, so that you're having fun. It's okay to have fun. And being that you're going to be the Queen of Wands, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you. You're going to be attracting a lot of attention. So just make sure that you're good in your own energy and you're really paying attention, because you can manifest anything you want with that magician energy. Ask Casey. She knows magician energy is strong stuff. And once you're in a high vibrational mode, you can manifest anything you want. You can manifest your heart's desire. And apparently you're going to do that, because you did have the Sun card peeking out there. While you do all that, make sure that you've got that pair of jeans ready to go. You know the pair of jeans I'm talking about. Make sure you've got your little skirts ready to go, and those blouses, which you can hit the top button on. Go to the gym if you need to. Do whatever it is you need to do, because several people are going to be checking you out in a big, big way. If you need to, do some Kegels, start stretching, get bendy with it, chick, because you're about to have some fun. I mean, the Queen of Wands and the Sun card together, yeah, you're gonna be happy with whatever it is you're doing. Just remember, you can have spiritualism all day long. It doesn't do you any good if you're not happy and satisfied. And the universe wants you to be satisfied as much as it does wanting you to be holy and on your path and spiritual. And it also wants you to do 3 body shots off a Chippendale dancer, because you enjoy it. So keep that in mind.
So
you will be winning and moving forward.
Star asks, "Who's the Capricorn?" And she says she got a hit. She was told to tell you to castrate this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's your read starts out with the Knight of Wands and the Devil. So
yeah.
I don't know if they got fire in the chart or a Capricorn, but whoever it is.
And this is where the soul searching would go in. He's made you turn to look internally at yourself. For Latrice, he's made you go within and look at yourself. You got to find your own truth, honey. What's right for you?
Mm-hmm. And make it your happiness. I mean, what you want to do for a career. What clothes do you want to wear? What kind of lover and life partner do you want? What are the qualities of that person? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of vacations do you want to take? What kind of food do you like to eat? And,
self-love.
Yeah, self-love, self-care.
Yeah.
Think of it as an energetic spa day, an energetic mani-pedi with the facial. You're going to get your hair done. And then afterwards, we're going by Starbucks, and then we're going shopping with the girls. And then after you get that new dress, the new little mini skirt, and that new little black dress, that black dress, that dress. Then you throw it on the makeup and you're hitting the club. And you're going to end up twerking with, Jason Momoa and a younger version of Johnny Depp. Go for it, girl. Get it. Shake your thing. But make yourself happy is the point. As long as you're smiling, laughing, really enjoying life and having fun in your work, in your play, in everything you do, you need to feel elevated and happy because you need to stand in your power.
So Star says she heard, stop worrying about running into him, and you just know your life again.
Yeah, you have to,
Jack, read what Jack wrote.
Well, if you want the nice version of it, let Casey go first, and then I'll tell you. I'm still shuffling cards, but yeah, Latrice, you need to make sure you're happy in all things. That means happy in your sin as well. That means happy with your shadow side, and getting to know your shadow side is what's going to help you do that. You're going to know what kind of lover you want, what kind of snacks you want, what kind of sex do you want, what kind of, the things that people think are, taboo, but they're basic human needs and wants. You need to be honest about that and tell yourself, okay, I'd like a nice guy, but at the same time, he needs to last. If you've got any Taurus in your chart, you want to stay on the bull for a little bit longer than the full 8 seconds required for the rodeo. You know what I'm saying? So you just need to make sure that you understand that that's just a part of life. We all have light, we all have shadow. And so you got to pay attention to both because they are both within you. And there's nothing wrong with embracing your shadow side. You just have to keep it to a minimum. Sure, I like having double bacon cheeseburgers, but I'm not going to eat them every single day. I'll have one every now and then, though. So you've got to appease that part of you as well as the light side.
Star, you might want to come in to do that reading for Jack.
Yeah, the dice are upstairs. I can go up there in a minute and pull them out, but yeah.
Oh, Jack. So, Jack, first card up is a 7 of Pentacles. Okay. You planted the seeds for what you want a long time ago. Okay. But you get stuck in your head about it. You have the opportunities that come up. But what are you doing? I was in the room. Jojo just fell asleep. Okay. But you have a tendency to get stuck in your head. It's like you have the opportunities for things come up and you second guess it. Okay. But you planted the seeds. The harvest is coming in. It's just coming in slowly, and part of that is it's moving slow because you have those doubts, those fears. You get to have a tendency to get stuck in your mind. Okay. You should be an air sign, hon. But I think that okay, I have the 5 of Swords, and this is a guy that usually likes to win at all costs. But I think that what's happening is you have an internal battle going on with yourself. Okay, you want to do the right thing. You don't want to hurt anybody. You want things to be your way, but yet at the same time you're second guessing yourself, and you're blocking the energy. Okay. But I show it's all there. Ace of Wands, new beginnings of what you desire, what you're passionate about, new ways to be creative, new ways to be expansive and grow. The potential is there. But at the same time, I have the 6 of Pentacles. There's not an even give and take at this point in time. You're giving and giving and giving, and people are taking and taking. There has to be more of an even give and take at this point in time. Again, Everything you're asking for, everything is coming in slowly. Very, very, very slowly. And again, that's because of your fears, your illusions around some things, okay? But Jack, you're a magician. You know you're a magician. You are made in the image of the creator, and you second guess that, okay? You just remember everything you have gone through in your life so far has brought you to the point to where you are now. Everything you experienced has been practice and study to get you to this point where you are now. Now you have the ability to create what you want. What are you going to create? Okay. And the last card would be time for choices. Okay. Two of Wands. You know, you're dealing with the fears. You're dealing with because the rabbit can be the fear caller. The rabbit goes out and sees the eagle and says, "Oh no, I don't want the eagle to see me." And it goes out and goes, "Oh, Mr. Eagle, don't see me, and catches the attention of the eagle because of his fears and calling out his fears. He gets the attention of the eagle, and the eagle comes down and grabs him and eats him, right? So, in a way, you're calling your fears to you. Still stuck in that squirrel mind. Everything's running and running and running and running, okay? But the universe has opened up choices for you. All choices are good for you. It's up to you to decide which path is the best for you. And I think that's part of the problem is you hold yourself back because you're not sure also that you're going to make the best choice. All choices are for you. You just have to decide which one is the best choice for you. Okay? Does that make sense, Jack? Go ahead, Jojo.
Jack, so you've dealt with being left out in the cold. You dealt with remorse and regret. You got the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. From this, you've had to meditate. You've learned a lot. You've gone within, and you got cold with it with the Queen of Swords. Right after that, you've been waiting on your ships to come in. Three of Wands, and you have now got to take a leap of faith with the Knight of Swords and the Fool card being right back to back. The universe wants you to get up off of your duff. They want you to get up off of your ass and go seriously look at your options and do what it is that you need to do. This would be the best form of Ace of Cups, self-love that you can do. But it's got, Knight of Swords, the Fool card, and the Seven of Cups right there in a row. There are options around you, but you got to get seen more. You've done the meditation, you've done the work on yourself, but you have to take the leap of faith and take the action to get out there. With the Seven of Cups going to the Ace of Cups, that is an act of self-love, of you looking around to see what's around you, what's there, right? Then you get the Page of Wands. That's some kind of message, some kind of flirty action, something. And you get the Two of Cups and the Empress right after that. The Empress, it could be somebody coming in for you. It could be you in the Empress energy. The Empress is very creative, very dynamic, beautiful, got their ish together. They're intelligent. They're, this is all four queens rolled into one. And again, it's just you in that energy. Don't get me wrong. My Empress robe matches my beard stunningly. It really does. And underneath the bottom of the deck, you've got the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, and the King of Swords. You had to get into the Queen of Swords energy earlier, right after you've meditated and gone with them with the Seven of Wands. And here comes the counterpart to that, the King of Swords. Sometimes that can be seen as the divorced couple. It's not in this case, though. They are a divine counterpart. And you've got the Two of Cups and the Empress sitting at the end of it. You've got to get off of your butt and go after and go see what your options are. When you do, and you perform that act of self-love by getting out into the world, that's when you're going to start receiving messages. That's when you start getting hints about the Two of Cups. That's when the Empress shows up, and you leave behind the Five of Pentacles. You find your wish fulfillment. Apparently, you find some giggity with the Ace of Wands there too. And by sticking to your own beliefs and your own rules and your own self-covenants in the situation, that's when this Empress, Queen or King of Swords comes in for you. Possibly Libra, Taurus, Virgo, or any air sign. Could be a Taurus as well. Yeah, you got a couple of different signs out here. But as you move out, you're going to find wish fulfillment, not only in the form of a person, but in the form of happiness with your life, satisfaction with your life. So, you know, yeah, you're too sexy for your shirt. So get out there and show that to people, prove that to people. Get out there and do it. The universe is telling you here, you can't just sit and wait on your ships to come in. You actually have to go make the order. I mean, Knight of Swords and the Fool card, you know, the fastest knight in the deck, and the card, the major arcana that says take a leap of faith. The universe is just screaming at you, get up off of yo ass and go look, because that action is an action of self-love and self-care. But I mean, Empress, Two of Cups, Divine Partner, Ace of Wands. Again, you need to start doing some Kegels and stretching as well, Jack. Trim some things up. Nobody, I tell you this, nobody likes to play in an unkempt ballpark. You know what I'm saying?
Susie, you changed your picture too. Yeah. 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 And this is, you know, yeah.
Hang on just a second. I gotta move some stuff around here. I'm still here though.
Jojo, have you started on your peace shield yet?
I have actually. I started on a piece of wooden art. I'm literally making a shield.
Cool.
So I'm making it out of wood, and then I'm gonna paint on that. It's a little extravagant. It's gonna take me a little while to do, but yes, I have.
Good. Anybody else working on a shield? I'm surprised Austin isn't in here tonight.
He will be. He found me on Instagram a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yeah, he told me he found a car, and I told him to ask the car a few questions, and I haven't heard from him since. How's the animals and how's your family feeling, Jack? And Judy, how are you feeling now, hon? Have you all recovered too? And Susie, how are you feeling? Anybody else that's been sick, how are you doing?
Yes, everybody needs to feel good. This is the time of the year that you want your, your bells ringled and your jingles jingled, you know.
Everybody's heart is recovering slowly from COVID. You're telling me, honey, I had it twice. I had it in January and July. Years
Knock
ago.
on wood there. I still have not had COVID. I've been making sure to stay on top of my boosters, stay on top of my vitamins, and I have yet to have it yet. The and hopefully I won't. I know the ex-fiance that ghosted me, she tried to keep me locked up in a cage because she said COVID was just deadly for her. And yet her mother and her family apparently got COVID, and she got it as well. And to this day, I still haven't had it. And I was like, wow, all of that stuff to keep me trapped and shut up, and you got COVID anyway. Surprise, surprise.
Keep up with the copper water too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that helps too. Oh my goodness.
That and just the standard, I don't know. Now that I've been on my path, I mean, I know we kind of discussed this last week a little bit, but being on your path really cuts down your options of people, who you would be willing to be vulnerable with, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so now when I go out into public, I find myself to be a little bit more self-protective in certain ways, and hygienically is just one of those ways. I mean, I clean things. I'm not going to say I'm a germaphobe, but if there's one step below a germaphobe, I'm right there.
So what are they going to do for you now, Susie? I was at the bank today and helping out, and some guy was in there talking about the shadow side. I said that's funny. So we got to talking about the shadow side, and the people in the food bank are like looking at us.
The shadow side is the fun side, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that people don't, when you don't balance it out. I mean, again, that's why the Mojo Tarot theme is the yin yang symbol. It's okay to have a shadow side. It's okay to, have that double bacon cheeseburger. It's okay to have the body shot off of the Chippendale. You just have to make sure that the rest of your life is balanced out as well.
So I posted a video by Carolyn Mice.
You got a body shot with a Chippendale? Casey.
I posted a video of Mice. She's talking about how people. She's talking about how people. This man was a spy during World War II, and he went out, and because he embodied this being this other person, he went out and did all this stuff on his shadow side and enjoyed it, and then went back to his life afterwards and said that that was one of the best times in his life where he can do nothing but embrace his shadow side. And it makes you think about it, And he had no guilt about anything that he did at all, because it was like a different life for him, Something he was playing out.
I mean, I had guilt and remorse for some of the things that I did back in my, more heady days of piracy and jackassery, but I tried to apologize to the right people and make amends for it, at least let them know that, hey, I'm sorry I made you feel that way, blah, blah, blah. And tried to make things right. So, but there was nothing I did that was that erroneous or bad. I mean, so. Just being an idiot, I guess. Unevolved and unawakened. Exactly, Suze. That is all we can do is apologize. I can't change the past. And if people want to hold judgments over me for something I did, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, that's on them. I can't, all I can do is go from here and be the best version of me now. And the best version of me is going to be a Gemini. It's going to have two sides. It's going to have one side that's all light, spiritual, somebody that meditates, grounds himself daily, eats properly, really takes care of things. It's also going to have a side that, is going to have a glass of Lagavulin and that double bacon cheeseburger. It's going to have a side that is going to enjoy going to the beach and seeing a bunch of women dressed in dental floss. You know, that's naturally who I'm supposed to be, is happy. And I'm going to be happy for what I want, my way. And if anybody doesn't like it, and if they want to hold judgments over me if they want to hold judgments over me for who I am now, when I'm not doing anything to anybody, their opinion doesn't matter to me at all, good or bad. But as far as judgments for what I did in the past, I've already made my apologies and tried to make amends, and that is truly all I can do. I'm not gonna feel guilty, or I'm not gonna feel guilty because I can't undo a situation from 2001. It's just not gonna happen. And I do my finger exercises every day so that I can tell people they're number one.
Yeah, I know. There's so much going on right now. Oh. So I had 3 days worth of doctor's appointments, and I didn't do any. I didn't do any kombucha and crashed. Oh. Okay, so Graves' disease is part of the thyroid problem. That's why you're having all this irritable bowel syndrome stuff, huh? It's all from thyroid. Oh.
I think a lot of it, a lot of people that end up getting sick, especially those that go on the spiritual path, they talk about spiritual sickness. Like when you level up, you go through tests, and then all of a sudden you level up. And when you do that, people feel really drained, they feel really tired, and they actually get physically sick. I think a lot of that is mental as well. So that's why I try to encourage people to do something that makes them happy, and do something to lighten the mood or make them laugh. Watch a comedian, watch funny cat videos online, listen to, watch some of the stuff that comes out on Instagram. It's absolutely hilarious. And saw this one this morning that was about a shark, and the little shark was sitting there, and it said, well, there's a clinical name now for that disease. It's a symptom where basically you just stay up all night and you eat and eat and eat, and you're just awake, and you're just eating because you're awake. It's called insomnia. And you find little funny things, and you need to latch onto that and latch onto those little moments of joy, because the better you feel, the more your body is going to respond to that, and it helps it give it that spirit and that hope to keep fighting. And that energetic and mental mindset of just being happy can go a long way to fighting whatever ailment you might have.
So Dr. Karen Kan, Kan, she has what she calls a Topacan healing, and she did one for lungs today. Okay, so you may anybody that's had some lung problems, okay, put out the intention to receive. Okay, so we're going to remove some toxic energies. So Judy, I want you to, anybody that's had any lung problems, rub your hands together until they tingle. Okay, and ask that energy to flow to where it's needed. And then close your eyes and just follow the energy wherever it goes. Don't try to force it to any direction. Just let it flow. Okay? Do not try to influence it. I now command any negative morphic fields, negative EMF energies, scalar energies, energetic toxins or weapons, infectious energies be deleted, dissolved, and uncreated in you. With all speed, ease, and grace in the highest and best way. It is now commanded that the positive energy field of oxygen and oxygenation be downloaded and activated in grace in the highest and best way in all timelines where you exist. Thank you. Okay, now, here's more. Send the energy of oxygen 24/7, singularity, speed, evolve that positive morphic field of oxygen wherever there is an ascension upgrade, any evolution going on. Thank you, it says. I now command the positive morphic field of unconditional love be downloaded and activated in all versions of you in the highest and the best way in all versions of you with ease, speed, and grace. It is now commanded that positive morphic field of 100% perfectly functioning human lungs be radiantly healthy, the whole respiratory system be downloaded and activated in the highest and best way in all timelines with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You were going to soak her up, huh?
I mean, I see Casey in chat, and she's like, "This is Latrice. She's my friend. You be nice to her." Casey's like a watchdog, just all over that, protecting her friend, which is admirable. That's awesome because Casey's a wonderful soul.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, we're I'll behave, kind of. I mean, I apologize up front for whatever humor or things that you hear. We're all on the spiritual path. We're all going through things. We're all healing traumas. We're all doing our little parts. I remember, there's plenty of stuff that I had to heal from. This one time, when I was younger, my mom walked in on me masturbating, and I stood up and I looked her square in the eye. And I said, "Mom, oh my God, stop masturbating. You should not be doing that in front of me. That's gross."
What did your mom say?
And see, it's that kind of dark humor. If you can laugh about it and just understand human nature and how goofy and weird and smelly and strange human beings are, if we can't laugh at ourselves, then if you're not enjoying things, then what's the point?
I know.
Yeah, I've done stand-up comedy, and I've told stuff that's way, way worse than that, but it's it's a gift. Because apparently I have the gift of gab. And I didn't just kiss the Blarney Stone. No, apparently I went over and went down on the damn thing.
Oh, no.
So I'm told. I don't know. There was a lot of whiskey involved.
But dogs are loyalty and family and unconditional love. There's no accident that the dog is God spelled backwards. Okay, because dogs give us the same unconditional love that God does. They're just a physical representation of that. So, but they represent loyalty. Does that make sense, Casey? So, who has a word for 2024.
A
Everybody,
word.
a word. What's the word of the year for 2024?
I've always been fond of the word discombobulate, but I don't think that's going with the right
Right. Yes,
anti-disestablishmentarianism.
yeah. You can ask a question, Susie.
And
Oh.
Suze, you know the real reason they kept you in the hospital for 4 hours after that. I mean, besides the fact they wanted to make sure that you weren't going to faint, but they were trying to get you into the hospital gown. They were trying to check out them cheeks.
Miracles. That's a good one, Judy.
You know, going with that mindset of it, I think my word for 2024 would be empire. Because I am building it. Channels coming, the decks are coming, the oracle decks are coming.
I think mine is adventure. Okay, so from what I've been told, when you change your name, it takes a few years for the change to take effect. Okay? I would sit down and maybe do a little bit of numerology on the name and see if the numbers add up to something positive for you. But so use your yes no tool, Susie. Does it feel lighter or does it feel heavy when you think about the name? It was your surname. I would never go back to my surname because I would not want to go back into those old lessons again. That might be the problem.
I don't even have to pull cards on that. I mean, if you're happy with the name that you changed it to, stay with that. I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't. I mean, for one, that just seems like a large amount of hassle. You already know that you've already been through the name changing process once. Do you really want to go through that again?
Oh,
and are you happy with the name that you have? If you are,
I would not go back to my surname because that's like going back to that you learned in that point in time. If you're going to change your name, change it to something totally different.
Yeah.
You know? So is that your word, Star? Realizations?
Thank you, Miss Judy. I appreciate that. The castle will be mine.
Yep.
I tell you what, there's going to be some fun stuff happening in that moat, too. Couple of jet skis. And like I said, it'll probably be surrounded by women wearing dental floss.
So Star says it doesn't have anything to do with the name change. Can you give her some insight to what is Star? Star, there's been a lot of energy from your end for the past 3 days. Hi, Austin. We've been waiting.
You want me to pull cards on that, Susie? About what you should do?
It's my maiden name. I changed it at 16. Even when I married, I kept it. I would definitely. In fact, I've been thinking about changing my name now that my kids are grown, because I want to move out of this energy. But it still takes a few years for the change to take effect.
If I change my name, it's going to be to Guess. I would put my first name at Guess. What's your name? Guess. Just to watch the hilarity ensue.
Yeah. Yeah, father issues made you change it. Yeah, that's why I would not go back. Would
Yeah,
not.
I mean, without pulling cards, that's my suggestion. Is no,
Ooh,
but
are we pulling cards?
yeah,
For a
I want
couple.
I want to I want to I want to pull cards too.
okay.
So Star's word is
So who are we pulling cards for?
Susie.
All right.
No, Susie, you need to. You're in your head about it, worried about it with the 8 of Swords. The truth is, with you got the 8 of Swords and then the Ace of Swords. And then that goes to the 3 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Chariot with the Knight of Wands underneath the bottom of the deck. You're worried about it, but the truth is you're fine just the way you are. With the 3 of Cups there, you're happy and celebrating. Stay busy and do your own thing. With the 2 of Pentacles, just keep busy, keep doing your stuff. Then you go to the Chariot, which is winning, forward movement, things like that. Knight of Wands, and then you get the 7 of Wands underneath that. That's defending yourself, defending your decisions. Not putting up a fight about it. Just no, not. I wouldn't change it at all.
Yeah. So Susie, I have the 7 of Cups. You need to make choices. You have a tendency to not make the choices. You let everything sit and build up, and it's like a little cloud over your head. They're all waiting for these decisions and stuff in order to move away. Okay. So, but you need to cut through all the BS, through all the illusions, all the things that are holding you back in order to find your peace. Okay.
Start get some of those little 1 pound weights and start doing those
Yeah.
finger exercises that I've been telling everybody about, so you can tell everybody they're number one. Don't worry about them. You worry about you, boo boo.
But I have the Page of Wands, which is the messages, the very early beginnings. I think that you, over the next year, okay, over the next year, because I have little cardinal birds in here and they seem to represent a cycle of 1 year, okay? I think over the next year, you're going to find more about what you care about, what you want in your life, what you're passionate about, okay? And I think you're going to be walking away from a lot of things that no longer suit you anymore. And I do show that you are making progress on making changes, but you are juggling so much at this point in time that you're still holding yourself back. And do a little bit of journaling, hun, because uh, everything that you have gone through up to this point in time has made you the person who you are now. Okay. And you have the ability to manifest everything you want. You just have to believe and trust in that, okay? Everything you've gone through has been practiced and studied to bring you to where you are now, to give you all those gifts, tools, and abilities. But are you choosing to use those gifts, talents, and abilities? Okay? And yeah, and that includes self love. Ace of Cups, self love, hun. You know? And that's the most important thing, self love.
Okay, Susie, for the overall energy I got for the gods and goddesses energy, you got Aries or Mars. The key word here is warmongering. I feel like you're going through some conflicts at this moment. Conflict with it could be conflict with family, conflict with yourself. But the main message here is fighting for yourself, fighting for what you believe in. With Aries, that is or Aries. that is the god of war. Ares is the god of war in Greek mythology. It translates it translates to Mars in Roman mythology. He is the god of war. So what I'm getting here is that we have some fighting going on here, a little bit of like maybe like 5 of Wands action here. A little bit of the Emperor here. So that's what I'm seeing with this. So that's what I'm seeing with the overall energy. And now, first card I got here is the 5 of Swords. So definitely there is some internalized conflict of words, conflict of speech, conflict of thoughts here. So maybe you're going through some conflicting thoughts here, and it goes along with this theme of warmongering, goes along with this theme of war. So you're at a war with your head here, with that. So yeah, there's some conflict of words, conflict of thoughts here. So that's what I'm seeing here. And now the second card here, 9 of Pentacles, all about providence, all about prosperity. I feel like the fight of words here may be related to money, money matters, earthly matters, like so I feel like the conflict of words here, maybe I feel like you don't know what to do with like your finances energy here, with the 9 of in this with that 5 of Swords here. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. So mixed messages. I'm getting mixed messages. I'm getting a fight. So wanted to go through prosperity here and harvesting. So you see this guy here. I feel like there's harvesting going on here with that. So now, third card here, we have the Fool reversed here. So I feel like you're hesitant on starting some. I feel like you're hesitant in a new beginning here. You're blocking yourself from taking the leap. You're maybe because you're in your head. Because you're conflicted. Your mind is conflicted here. So you're not allowing yourself to take the leap of faith. And you do need to take the leap of faith here. You are going to get that prosperity. So now the final card here is we have the World here. So this is all about completing a cycle here. So I do see that you have a circle that needs to be, you have a cycle that is going to complete. You're going towards completion here. You're going towards learning the lessons here, because we have Saturn, which is all about learning harsh lessons, helping yourself to get yourself to completion. That that right there. So you're blocking yourself from taking the leap of faith, and there's just a lot of conflict. I feel like you're at conflict with yourself. So
Yeah, I pulled a couple of extra ones for you, Suze, because I mean I was just asking about the name change thing earlier, and so the little path that I've got here is you start out with the Ten of Wands. You've been through a lot, and the thing is, what's holding you back is the Six of Cups. It's your own fond memories of the way that things were, or it's like you're holding on to something from the past, but you really need to look at your options. The very next card is the Seven of Cups. Really study this, because the card after that is the Page of Swords. You need to look at why you feel the need to hang on to these things from the past. You need to, whatever that it's okay to have fond memories of things in the past that aren't in our life anymore, but at the same time you've got to look at today and tomorrow, not the past. You learn from the past, but you do it today. You can plan for the future, but you do it today. So you got to get in that mindset of, I'm going to shape everything in my life right now. And when you do that, you really begin to look at your options around you. Again, I give the example of the self-love thing where what do you want to change in your house? How do and focus on what you can change, what you can do, and just understand that money is coming, that the new is coming. So this is going to require you to do a little bit of research into yourself, really look inside yourself and look at the Seven of Cups you do have available. And you're examining all of your options. From there, you can Six of Swords, move on to calmer waters. And where are you moving to? Once you make the choice with the Two of Swords, you'll get your Justice, and then you get the Sun card and the Chariot. Um, I mean, Justice, Libra energy, that's you getting your justice. Um, Sun card, that's the happiest card in the deck. And then the Chariot card, which is movement forward, possibly a new car or trips. But it takes you making that choice to understand that you're just hanging on to things because of some need to, I don't know, carry the memory with you, carry the good times with you, carry the stuff that, you loved from the past, but it's not around anymore. There's got to be new memories. There's got to be new adventures, new things that you do. And when you do choose that, when you finally quit wrestling with yourself, I don't know if the camera will pick up on that card, but it's the Two of Swords, and you'll see a figure kind of fighting with themselves, the shadow side and the light side arguing. And the Two of Swords is the Luke Skywalker card. It's somebody that is blindfolded and using the lightsaber to fight the little ball to train. You have to go within to find that and choose your own things. So even if there's stuff that you can't do right at the moment, figure out what it is that you want to change and go ahead and change what you can. And then as you do that, the rest will start following the suit. But you really have to learn it with the Page of Swords. I mean, you have to learn the lesson, and you have to, you're going to have to study yourself and look at yourself. And once you learn what it is that you actually want, the moment you figure out what that is, that's when you start movement. That's when you start Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. And when you get to calmer waters, it looks really, really good. Real good.
So tell us a little bit about you, Luke. How did you find him, son? Welcome. Oh my goodness. So I picked a word for 2024.
What?
Have you picked a word for 2024? What will be your word of the year for 2024?
For me, it would be a transition.
Cool.
I wish we could have just more than one. Because, I mean, one of them will be giggity.
Why not? Why can't you have more than one? There's no limitation.
Well, then Empire and giggity would be mine. If y'all don't know what giggity means,
For me, it would be transition, love, and prosperity.
Did you ask your car that question?
Yes.
Did you get an answer?
hi, Alban. Hi, Judy. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Did you get an answer from it, Austin?
Yes. I
Was it
feel really good about my decision
good?
forward with that car.
Okay, Alban, and when Jack comes back, we need to find out his word for the year. Alban, if you pick a word for all of 2024, what word would you pick? Latrice, okay. Growth.
I'll be right back. Austin's sitting there snacking on stuff, and now I need a snack.
Ah,
But I'll be back momentarily.
okay. Newbie, do you have a word for the year? Everybody give me your word. I'll put it in the book. Happiness. Who else? We didn't get Jack. We have Star. Didn't I write Star? Yeah. Blessings. Jack and Newbie. Who else hasn't given me a word for the year? Mine is adventure, Susie. Adventure. And excellent health.
I love how this deck here really blends in well with my Greek mythology oracle deck.
I know. I was listening to that. I thought that's awesome. What's the name of the deck?
The tarot deck is Celestio Tarot, and the oracle deck is the Greek mythology reading cards.
Cool.
It's not the kind of Celestial Tarot that you find in Five Below. It's different. Let me see if I have the. It is. It's by let me see. By K. Steventon and Brian Clark. It was published in 2004, so it's an old deck.
Oh, that's okay.
I have about 6 or 7 Susie. I haven't counted out fully.
So newbie wants peace. How many decks do you have, Austin?
My favorite is the Celestial Tarot. I feel like that's the deck that really connected with me.
How many decks do you have total?
7.
Oh my God. I probably have. God, I must have 70 decks. Oh my goodness. Who else wants to add to their words? Or, there's no limit on how many words you want for the new year. Don't limit yourself. Okay, so if you can think of more than one word, that's fine. Yeah, Star has a lot of decks too. I seem to collect them. Healing, okay. I also, another word that popped up for me is unity. You have 23, Susie? I may have more than 70 decks. Oh,
I feel like unity is a word for 2025.
for 2025?
Yeah.
Might be. Might be. How many decks do you have, Jojo?
Okay, I heard that about the decks. Now listen. Oh, there we go. I only have like 10. So if anybody visits Mojo Tarot, there's a wish list down in the description box of any of the videos. And remember, it's Christmas. Now I'm going to go back to getting my snacks. I just wanted to point that out. You like my little hat with the dingle thing? This is actually Gumbo's hat. And the thing is, it's got a little Santa beard on it too. You see how it shows up like a little Santa mullet? Isn't that cute? Mm-hmm. But it's a perfect size for me. It is. It is. We've got to have some fun. Anyway, I'm going to go get my snack. And Austin, you should be ashamed of yourself for flinging a craving on me for snacks. I'll be right back. Damn it, man. Damn it. I'm putting on all the holiday weight right now that I'll have to lose later. I think I'm still carrying a little holiday weight from 2007, but I don't want to talk about it. So shut up and stuff. God. I'll be right back.
Oh. I have a wish list up also, but mine includes books and cards. So, yeah. Yeah. I have been working on going through, I have all these classes, all these notes for spiritual classes and stuff that I have taken over the years. I'm trying to consolidate them, especially all the loose papers that you write little notes and stuff on because you're inspired by something. I'm trying to consolidate everything into spiral notebooks so I can get rid of a lot of stuff. I got rid of I have a computer desk that I have got rid of about a fourth of the papers in one section. I've gone through all bank statements and cleared all that stuff out, just clearing out old clutter. And that's I think is really important. Just getting rid of stuff, the little things that that are in the background, that energy that's above your head that's holding you back from moving forward, you know? That's like yesterday Wednesday, I went to the doctor and then I said, I've got things to do. I went and did 4 things that were on my list that I've been putting off. Came home wiped out, but I got it all done and I felt a lot lighter because that energy was not hanging over me waiting to be done anymore. But it's just going in and clearing stuff up and organizing and yeah. So has everybody gave me their word or words? We need to catch Jax when he comes back. Okay, and then Jack says back. So Jack, what is your word or words to represent 2024 to you? Just as I said, I'm waiting for Jack to come back. He says back. So mine is adventure, excellent health, and unity. JoJo's is fire and giggity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Susie.
You really need me to get the dice?
Susie, you gave me receive and excellent health. What else? What else, hon? And Jack, what is your word or words for the year? 2024, hon. Ugh. I haven't seen you do the dice, JoJo. Judy. Miracles and happiness. Oh, you needed to finish your reading. Okay. JoJo got it first, so fine then. Mine is Empire Strikes Back. You really want to put that energy out there for the year 2024, Jack? I've never seen his dice. Yeah. Wow. So when do you go down and get your card, Austin?
After Christmas.
Ugh. Is it local or you have to go get it?
I have to go to a different city to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, when the Emperor is the good guys. It's funny, Jack. I've never seen where the Empire... Is it the Resistance that strikes back or the Empire that strikes back? Because the Resistance seems to be the good guys. Yeah. And Newbie says congratulations on the car, Austin.
Thank you.
Yeah, Christmas is only 10 days away. I've got 2 scarves to finish and I've got to work on this painting some more. I haven't had a chance to work on it, so yeah. The Rise of the Underdogs, yeah.
All right, y'all are gonna love this. So we were talking about that, and I mentioned that I had a wish list, right?
Yes.
And so I got the dice for Star, went and picked those up, and then I got some chopsticks because if I'm going to be pulling cards, I don't want my hands all buttery with the popcorn for pulling the cards. So you use the chopsticks to eat the popcorn.
How cool is that?
It worked really well. And as I was going, I was like, you know what? I haven't checked the mail today. And I went and looked outside the front door, and boom, how's that for manifesting? Somebody sent me a deck off of my wish list. So I'm going to open it right here and now.
Oh, awesome.
Looky there, looky there. The wisdom of the oracle. Oh, God love her. Rochelle. Proof positive.
All right.
How's that for manifesting?
Yeah.
Mention it and you shall receive. Hot damn. Woohoo!
Yeah.
It's okay. I have 11 decks now. Nice. Call it Baron Reed. Her decks are really, really nice. The artwork on them is just beautiful.
Star says you need to finish her reading with the dice. I'd like that. I've never seen your dice. I'd like a reading with your dice.
They're not those kind of dice. These are the naughty or nice dice. These say. So whose reading did I need to finish?
Star Crossing.
But I didn't do a reading for Star. It says massage my arms. There you go. Yeah, massage my arm, Star. You know, from the inside. That is amazing.
She said you didn't finish her reading on your channel.
Okay. Well, when I rolled them just then, it says massage my arms. And then
She says the reading first.
Kiss my chest. So no, remember the reading first. Okay. Well, I just got new cards and I just got popcorn.
That's funny.
With chopsticks. I need my real chopsticks, but they're upstairs. I've got metal ones that work really, really well. Let me tell you, you go into the theater. I never go to the movie theater without chopsticks because when they put movie theater butter on it, it's just super sticky and buttery, and it's good. It's delicious, but it'll make a mess of your hands.
So here's your most frequently asked question. Jojo, have you ever done radio or voiceovers?
Yeah. I've done radio, internet radio, and voiceovers. I've done TV commercials, radio commercials, cartoons, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I had a radio show for several years on what was ragradio.com. So it was Reverend Joe and Shay Blaze. But yes, I have. I've got the little thing so I can see chat, and it's kind of far away. I need to get my other pair of glasses. Uh-oh. Trust me, though. You go to the movie theater, you can still pick up a good hunk of popcorn. You take chopsticks in there, and people look at you like you're insane for a few minutes until they start wiping and washing their hands.
Yeah.
It's also a great way to eat Cheetos or Cheesy Poos, if you eat those. Just a little life hack. That's awesome, though. The fact that I was just talking about, getting cards by asking about my wish list, and sure enough, somebody has sent me a deck from my wish list.
How cool is that?
Mm-hmm. That is amazing. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so go ahead.
Ever seen an epileptic use chopsticks?
I mean, it works. An epileptic use chopstick. That just sounds cruel. That sounds like making somebody with narcolepsy run track and field and jump hurdles.
You're banned from
You just
chopsticks. Is that because you try to use them as a weapon, Jack? Ugh.
it does work well. And like I said, it keeps your hands nice and clean, and I don't want to get my hands all buttery if I'm pulling cards. Then again, if I'm sitting here eating popcorn, I'm not pulling cards anyway.
Yeah. Newbie says stab and grab, Jack. You need a cup. Who's releasing? That could be. I kind of wondered why I was yawning so much all of a sudden.
Yes, go get you a cup of Joe. It's good for you.
Oh, the first time I tried using chopsticks, I had a grand mal seizure. Wow. Wow.
I could see that might stop it.
Yeah, that would definitely.
Uh-oh. Now,
Okay,
see, I
so
was eating popcorn, and I don't know how I missed a target this big, but I did.
Star, I have a question. How much of the seizures that Buttons is going through is her taking on Jack's seizures? How much of that energy is that kitten carrying for Jack? Is she carrying some of his energy to relieve him of those seizures? But, Jack, there may have been something that might have been going to trigger it, and she decided to carry that for you. So it might have been something that that there was a potential of again. I don't know. Star communicates with Button. She could ask. Has hers eased up? Have her seizures eased up, Jack? Either I am really wiped out tonight, or somebody is releasing, because I'm just super yawning and super tired all of a sudden. We realize that, Jack, but but the thing is, she may have taken that on because there was a potential of you starting to have seizures again. Okay? And she would have to have something that would trigger that. It's just something that was a potential. Yeah. Because we were around when and talking about it when he did that. So all the blessings that he has bestowed on Buttons and all the other animals around the house, may they all be returned 100,000 fold. Like 98, yeah. But there could have been a potential of something triggering it again, and she took it on. May all the damage that his nephew, may all the blessings that his nephew has bestowed on Buttons and the other animals, may all those blessings be returned back to him 10,000 fold. I don't know why I'm pulling cards. I'm pulling cards for somebody and I don't know who. I don't know. See if this resonates with anybody. Buttons 2 nights ago. Yeah. Okay. I have the Judgment card. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Anything you thought was over and done with is not over and done with. You know, there be something is coming back. Okay. But it may not be something bad. She's also in heat. Oh my God. Because there's a new day dawning and it's coming quickly. Okay? There's a new day dawning. You just got that in a reading today. Quick moving energy coming in, bringing the new day.
I did.
So the Emperor, this is something this energy, something that's bringing you into your power, encouraging you to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay? Yeah, stand in your power, stand in your strength, stand in be who you are, okay? Be the leader that you are. Now, you may be feeling a little bit like you've got a lot of things coming at you. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed about things. But just know that some of that is because there is a lot coming at you because it's time of new beginnings. Okay? New beginnings of passions and desires, your creativity, you know, and being open to receiving. Okay? And it's all bringing in nothing but good. You know, the happiness, the joy, the celebration, the innocence, you know, the fulfillment. So this may be more of a everybody that's here tonight reading, okay? But again, and this is the 3rd time tonight I've ended a reading with the Magician. You know, everything you've gone through until now has brought you up to this point. You know, it's created who you are. All the lessons, all the trials, the tribulations have all brought you to who you are now. It's all been practice and study to bring you to who you are now. You have all the gifts, gifts, talents, and abilities. Now's the time to use them, okay? So maybe it's a good reading for everybody in the room.
It is. I resonate heavily with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just got those other cards, the first 2 cards you pulled, I got those in a reading today.
Yeah, and see, and Newbie's saying for me, And Star says, that sounds like me. Yeah.
Star, you're never going to get over the karma of everything if you don't stop trying to steal people's tubs.
Oh, that's funny. So maybe, Star, maybe it's time for you to manifest your own tub. You have the gifts, talents, and abilities to do it.
No, they're not our tubs. You know, on an energetic level, when I return to the 5D, you can say whatever you want about the tub. But for right now, while I'm here in the 3D and own the deed to the house, it's definitely my tub.
Yeah. Are you making any progress, Jojo, on getting things organized?
Yes and no. I am. As I gone through Christmas, I got all the Christmas stuff, just boxes and boxes of things out of the attic. I got that down, and I've been slowly but surely going through that. I'm at the point where I'm making enough new room in the attic where I can take the stuff that I do want to keep, but don't want to have out and readily available. That I'm finally able to put stuff back in the attic and have it organized to some degree.
That's progress.
That's severe progress.
That's huge
And
progress.
I'm trying to work things out. That I'm going to change things up and build a special desk with a special setup to do online readings, and have a studio to film instead of just the front of the desk where I actually work every day.
Yeah. Being creative.
I'll put lights there and all kinds of stuff. What is your question, Star?
Are you getting your dad's Toyota?
Am I getting my dad's Toyota? My dad didn't have a Toyota. I don't understand what that means. I will be getting another Toyota, yes. That's promised to me in the divorce decree from my ex-wife. Before the end of 2026, she has to buy me a brand new Toyota Tacoma.
I just seen a Toyota in you, she said.
Wow. I'm gonna be getting a Lexus.
I want the Toyota Tacoma because it's light, it's easy, it's big, and it's got a big enough engine to haul a boat, but or a trailer behind it to move some stuff. But I'm not going to be doing anything super heavy duty with it. But I need something big enough to carry around tools and move wood and smaller pieces of furniture, stuff like that I use for woodworking. So the Toyota Tacoma is a great vehicle, gas efficient for running around town, things like that. And of course, I got the Toyota Tacoma Limited. I specified that with the 6-cylinder engine, so it's got the full sports package with leather seats and all the bells and whistles. Take care, Miss Judy. Have a wonderful evening, ma'am.
Jack wants to know if you're getting the Cummins or gas.
Well, I'm not. It has to be the new edition of the Toyota Tacoma. So I'll go in and look at it and see what the options are for the limited series, because the limiteds, they bulk the packages up themselves. So when we cross that bridge, I'll have to go look and see what the options are for the limited, because the limited has a special sport package and it only comes with certain engines, and it only comes a certain way.
Yeah.
And so I'll have to see what the options are.
I have another 13 months to pay on the loan, and then I could try to see if I could get a newer car. Yeah. Yeah. I seen Court and thought about your Court stuff about your dad. But she sees you with a Toyota.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with all that. I haven't, to this day, I haven't heard. I haven't been contacted by the courts or anybody else. I just know that I went to the court date. I heard back from the lawyer. I promptly fired him because he refused to follow my legal instructions. So I fired him, and I haven't heard from anybody on that side of the family. I haven't heard anything from the court system. They have not contacted me, which they're supposed to do when they make a decision or deliver a verdict on probate. They're supposed to contact all the parties involved. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening with it. I just decided to let it go. And I mean, that lady did what she did, and I'm just going to leave it up to the universe to let her pay her karma because she knows exactly what she did. I mean, she's not guilty of just changing a will or having a very sick man change a will and coerced him. She's pretty much guilty of murder, and her son is already in prison for murdering an 11-year-old child. Those people are. I don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, may all the blessings that they bestowed on you be returned 10,000 fold.
Yeah, that those people are greedy and just I don't know. I hate that my father ran into those people, and I hate that he was swayed by that woman to do what he did. And my father and I were estranged we didn't speak for almost 15 or 16 years, and he finally came around after a while. I had a pretty bad car accident, and he showed up, and after that, and we made our amends, and we had a pretty good relationship there for a while. And he had remarried to this really sweet lady, and he was doing good, living good, moving right along. She passed away. She passed away in her sleep, Miss Sandra. And then apparently this lady went to high school with Miss Sandra. And she, saw her opportunity to go in and date somebody that had money. And that's what she did. Is she left her first husband when he was sick and had a brain tumor. And then she left him basically to die. He did die, and then she went back and confiscated all of his belongings. So that woman is just, she's not, she claims to be a Christian, but I fail to see how some of her actions are Christian-like.
Well, look at what the churches are teaching. How can they be Christian-like when they're all preaching the counterintuitive teachings of Christ? Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. When I went up there to that probate court, it was myself, unfortunately, a very inept and unskilled lawyer, against. I was sitting on one side of the room with my lawyer, and her lawyer, and about 25 people from their church were sitting there, all from that particular county. And the judge was sitting there looking at a bunch of his constituents, his voters, versus one person from Alabama, from, out of the county. And, he ignored the fact that my father had been in the hospital with a sustained 106-degree fever, or the fact that he was on severe medications at the time, and somehow sees that it's okay, that he was perfectly, capable of signing a will and mentally sound. He wasn't. The brain function starts to deteriorate at 104 degrees, and he had a sustained 106-degree fever for days. I don't see how anyone could legally say that, that was proper. But, I don't know what the court's final decision was, but as far as I know, everything was left to her in that will. And all I really want I want my father's ashes, and I want the memorial flag that was on his casket.
Yeah.
And that lady was taking everything, and she said told the lawyers that she would let me have the things that she didn't want in the house, and she was going to keep everything. And then when she passed away, she was going to send me a couple of trinkets that my grandfather had, and she wanted to pass on the rest to some of her family members. This is stuff from my grandfather, my father, and I was the only son of my father. So I could sit and I could worry about it and fight and feud and spend money and get lawyers and all this other kind of crap involved, or I can let it go and I can go focus on me and build my own company and not worry about that crap. So the only thing that I'm going to fight for now is to have my father's ashes returned, and to have that memorial flag and some of the carvings of my grandfather returned to me. Other than that, they can just take the rest of it. And
families are funny, because my sister Judy, until she got sick, used to be the person that would give you the shirt off her back. But then she started getting sick, and then I saw her turning on me. And then when my dad died, she went in and took everything. And then when she died, my brother-in-law got rid of everything. Everything was just gone, because she took everything, So, but I did want, like, my dad's medals and stuff they took, and who knows where they are. He had a gun collection from Germany from World War II that he gave to one of the grandkids on the other side. It just, all this greed just came out. It was just, I just watched everything just play out. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't, people like that are, all they see is dollar signs, and they don't care. I mean, that lady, every time my father got sick, when he had cancer, he would get out of the hospital, and instead of allowing him to rest, she wanted to, we need to take a trip. We need to go somewhere. And as soon as he got out of the hospital, she was dragging him off to some other part of the country to go take a trip. And then he would get sick again and be back in the hospital. And she kept doing this over and over and over and over until he finally just couldn't, do anything anymore. And she ordered his hospice medication and services in early, and as soon as she got the hospice medication, she started giving it to him, and a week later he was dead. And we were supposed to talk he wanted me to come up and see him on Tuesday so we could sit down and talk and go over everything. And that's when she ordered hospice. She called him on Sunday. They delivered everything on Monday morning. And then on Tuesday morning, the day I was supposed to talk to him, is the day, oh no, he just happened to get sick and, you know, he couldn't speak anymore. Then they were having to give him morphine. She got the morphine drip and started administering it as soon as she got it, because she did not want me to have a conversation with my father.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing was, I was fully prepared to, you know, understand that that was her husband, and you know, I wasn't trying to be the greedy weasel about it. I was trying to get my father healthy again, you know. So I don't know. I just, those people are not. That entire family is filled with people that are just worried about clout and money and this and that and the other. And I mean, they're just evil people. I mean, her son killed an 11-year-old girl, hit her and knocked her backwards, and she hit her head. And we were always told that, oh, it was a little baby and it was an accident and this and that. No, he punched an 11-year-old child and hit that child so hard that it knocked her backwards into picked her up off the ground and then put her back into a cornered coffee table, and it killed her. So no, I don't really want anything from those people. I just want the memories of my father, my grandfather, and I will, you know, go on.
So Newbie wants to know if we could pull some cards on the outcome of the remaining items of her divorce. She's been going through divorce for 6 years.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll do that.
So I think that, okay, I have the King of Swords. You know, he's quiet, he's reserved, he could be a lawyer, he could be a judge. He's observing the situation, he's looking through everything, looking for some fairness and justice in the situation, okay? But I have the Nine of Swords, which is saying you're coming out of the nightmare, the exhaustion, the troubles, everything that's bad. You're coming out of that energy. You're coming out a much wiser person on the other side, okay? I do show the 10 of Wands, which means the 9 of Wands is acknowledge how far you've come. You're almost to the finish line. Don't focus on the finish line because it's going to shift and change every day. Okay, as you shift and change every day, things are shifting and changing. But the thing is, I think you need to surrender some things because it's like you need to walk away from carrying these burdens. I saw that card. The first word I thought of was surrender. Okay, it's like you need to put everything into God's hands, let Him take care of it, because there's new options out here waiting for you. Okay, but then we have the Justice card. You know, there's a need for justice, the new truth and clarity. You know, the divorce. You know, but this is usually things being decided in your favor because you planted the seeds. Okay, I think you do have a tendency to worry about what the outcome is, and I think that's part of the reason that you need to surrender your idea of what the outcome is. Start asking the universe some questions. What can be better than this? You know, what do I need to be aware of? What do I need to let go of? You know, just ask the universe some questions. But the seeds have been planted. Okay, the seeds have been planted, and there is some growth. It's taken a long time, but you know, part of that process is what kind of energy are you putting out to the universe, because you have a tendency to get stuck in your head about the results and worrying about how things are going to come out. Okay, you need to surrender all of that. But I show that The Three of Cups, happiness, joy, celebration, you know. These cups are full and overflowing. So I think there will be some happy emotional resolutions here, okay? And the last card is the Star, okay? Follow your intuition and knowing, hun. We've got the Bluebird of happiness on this. There will be some emotional balance in here. But you know what, hun? It's okay to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Don't put up those walls. Don't block anything from coming in, because when you don't know what you're going to experience, you're never going to find what you want to find if you put those blockages up, because you're going to miss out on all the potential things that are coming in. Okay, does that make sense, then? But I think that you're going to be okay. Definitely going to be okay. You just kind of got to let go of some of it. Yeah. Let go of his mind.
Okay. Okay, so newbie. I pulled for the overall energy as
Good night, Susie.
Epimetheus, and the keyword is carelessness. Why carelessness? Maybe on the careless being. Maybe your ex is being careless. Maybe your ex is being careless on the other end here. I feel like there's like a lot of things like working against you here. So I'm seeing a lot of apathy going on with your ex. Like they don't want anything to do with this. I feel like that's why they're blocking the remaining stuff here. So first card I got here. So this is a situation. It's definitely a communication battle. I feel like we also have a legal battle going on here with this divorce here. So when things are just going, so it's a war of words. There's also, I feel like you feel defeated here, but I do see that we're dealing with the war of words and legal battles, like who's right, who's wrong, who should get who, what should we get, who should get what. So this leads to temperance. I feel like temperance here, there may be some sort of this leading to a resolve, leading to a balance. Like I feel like you guys are trying to come towards a win-win situation here with temperance. So I feel like you guys need to be even tempered here. Both parties need to be even tempered here, so we could solve this issue. Right now, this goes on with the theme of carelessness. So we need to come to a sense of balance. We need to come to a sense of a little calm with temperance. So now we go into the world here. So this will lead into completion here. I feel like there is an end. There is an end to this. There is an end to this legal battle. I feel like it's coming to a resolve here, with the world here. It also Saturn is saying that it's going to take some time as well. So it's slowly coming to resolve here. So that's what I'm seeing here. So now, final outcome here, we have the Lovers. So I do see that it will work out in your favor here. So I feel like legally you guys will come to a resolution here. But right now I feel like you guys need to get over the apathy and get through this legal battle here. So I feel like you guys need to see each other. You guys need to calm down about this. Approach it even tempered here with temperance. So that's what I'm seeing here, newbie.
Well, newbie, I've got. You start out. I asked about him. You know, you're. Hang on, let me look at the exact wording of this. Cards on the outcome of the remaining items from my divorce. Okay. The way I presented this was, you know, about the ex and all that. You start out with the 9 of Wands. This is somebody, and it's the 9 of Wands in the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's see, there you go. If you can see that guy, he is depressed, he's sad, upset, he's been through it. That is the Wounded Warrior. And then you get the Hermit card. This is somebody hiding. Usually the Hermit is somebody that goes within on a deep spiritual dive in themselves. But if you look at the picture on this card, that is somebody that is naked, afraid, and does not want to be in the light at all. So I get the feeling that something is going to come to the light. After that, you get the 6 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the King of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the Chariot. The entire situation will move on to calmer waters. You will get to the end of this, and you will be celebrating with the King of Wands there. I don't know if he's got fire in his chart or you do, but I get the feeling that you're the one that's going to be kind of standing on top here. And for the outcome, you get the Chariot, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles, which means an equal, give and take. There will be movement forward. You will be victorious in getting what it is that's yours. And with the 6 of Wands, it will be equal. I mean, it will be fair. So I don't know that you'll get absolutely everything that you want, but it will be fair, and there will be movement forward, and there will be celebration to a certain degree. So I wouldn't stress on it too hard. It will come out in the wash, so to speak.
Yeah.
But it looks really good for you. I mean, again, the cards underneath because I'm asking about, whether or not you'll get this. And the cards underneath for the overall energy are the Chariot, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. And the 6s are all about balance. So it seems like it'll come out pretty good for you.
Yeah.
It will.
He is. With that Hermit card, though, that particular Hermit card, I'm telling you, look at that guy. He does not want to be exposed. He does not like the exposure that he's having to feel. And the Hermit card is somebody that's reclusive anyway, but they're usually reclusive for good reasons. This person is reclusive because they don't want to be found out. They feel vulnerable, they feel naked, and they feel afraid. I get the feeling the court system's about to make him feel that way.
6 years is a long time. Yeah. To have that little cloud over you, you know?
It's gonna take some time, newbie. It's gonna take some time.
Already has. Already has. That's crazy. Well, guys, I am tired. I need to wrap it up for tonight.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed too.
All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful evening. It was great to see everybody. Do have a great time. Star, we'll get you set up at another point with a dice read. Perv.
That's
Y'all
funny. Yeah.
Y'all get some sleep. Have
Hopefully-
sweet dreams. Enjoy the enjoy the first part of retrograde, and remember, Santa Claus is watching.
Yep.
Have a beautiful night. Love, love, love.
Yeah, everybody have an awesome night.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.